Recognized for its commitment to engaged experiential education by colleges of distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit. Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. A time of great significance, of growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as very special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you leave.
61 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that as you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Yes, we're
Hello and welcome to Docking Family Stadium on the campus of Adrian College for Adrian College Bulldog Football 2021 Fall Edition. Hello everyone, I'm Ian Wentz in the booth with Jay Hanna. Year number 2 together and about as back to normal as you can be, fans in the stands for week 1.
I can't tell you what, we can't pick a better opening day than a 6 p.m. kickoff. A tough Heidelberg team coming in here, which Heidelberg looks sharp. You can see their helmets and all that stuff coming up if you're watching the stream on TV as well. But I'm really excited for this matchup. You know, we got to see a split-up season from Adrian College football last year. So this is the first real year of football that we've seen in, since 2018, 2019?
2019.
Yeah,
fall.
I had to think of the years.
We had an abbreviated fall 2020. Yeah. MIAA kicked off in 2021 in the spring. Bulldogs, they had a relatively average year when you look at the record, and we will break down the offense and defense here in just a moment. But to get back to Heidelberg, this isn't a warm-up game for Adrian College by any stretch. Heidelberg coming in ranked number 24 in the country from D3Football.com, so they're a quality opponent, so a big test for this Bulldog team.
But you get to see them week 1, so, both teams will be rusty. You get to see a good a test for Adrian College non-conference, so it doesn't hurt them in the MIAA. So you can't ask me. I mean, it's like a Miami, Alabama today. Not quite the same, but you know what I mean. It's a non-conference,
on paper,
big game.
to test the Bulldogs right off the bat.
Absolutely. And Bulldogs, one of their advantages, they have a lot of returning players. Both sides of the ball, offense and defense. One mainstay that we will not see, Hank Wilson, did graduate in the spring, so he will not be on the team, but plenty of weapons for Jack Werzer going into his senior year to throw to. And the defense brings back plenty of firepower as well.
Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, a good test for Adrian College. You got Kwiatkowski there on the defensive side of the ball. He'll be a name we'll say quite often, which not the easiest name to say, quite often, but he's going to be the force on the defensive side of the ball. And I'm really excited to see what Coach Deere has lined up here. When you have such a veteran presence in Jack Werzer and a great receiving core and Greg Pallas returning, as well as some other familiar names, I just think that this is a great time to build from that spring.
Absolutely, and I want to look at the visitors here today. Heidelberg University, their offense led by sophomore quarterback Drew Sims brings a lot to the game.
Well, he's 4-1 career as a starter, and he threw for 348 yards and 6 touchdowns in his very first game against Capital last year. He's coming from Perrysburg, so just down the road. I'm sure he's got a great crowd. He's already fitting in with the black and yellow.
That he is, and moment of silence here for the recent events in Afghanistan. Adrian College Bulldog band out there on the field. Some pregame festivities. We will take a timeout. We'll be back opening kickoff moments away on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Week 1 of the college football season for the Bulldogs and the student princes of Heidelberg University as they come up from Tiffin, Ohio to take on the Adrian College Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. Ian Went, Jay Hanna on the call tonight as the Bulldog band exits the field in the north end zone where they will be cheering all evening long. The cheer squad dance team ready to welcome the Bulldogs out onto the field, and, of course, our man Bruiser right at the 50 waiting for him as well.
Yeah, you can't have a Bulldog football game without Bruiser. Bruiser, too, coming into the picture a couple years ago, doing a great job as our team mascot. You see President Docking down there, and just a great crowd tonight here at Docking Family Stadium.
Yeah, it sure is, Jay. And I want to get into the nitty-gritty here. When you look at Heidelberg University, obviously you see the number 24. That's their ranking in Division III football in the preseason. So on paper, the Bulldogs have an uphill battle. Yeah,
well, if you look at their 2020 to 2021 campaign, they went 4-1, but they went 4-0 in a tough OAC.
Yes.
And they're under head coach Scott Donaldson, who's got a 28-17 record in his 6th year here at Heidelberg. Obviously, we talked a little bit about Drew Sims earlier. He got those 5 games of experience, throws the ball all over the yard. They're going to have their hands full, but it's going to be up to the Adrian College defense to step up and limit big plays, I think, today.
Without a doubt. Adrian College, of course, headed up by 12th-year head coach Jim Deere. He comes in with a 64-45 mark. 2 conference championships under his belt, 2012 and 2014. he'll be on a quest for that this year for a third under Coach Deere. The Bulldogs picked 5th in the conference in the preseason coaches poll, so it'll be an uphill battle. They like playing underdog. Makes sense if you're a Bulldog. Here they come out onto the field. 2021 Adrian College Bulldogs, and they are wearing their base black uniforms today. Nice gold outline for those numbers. Real nice and easy up here for us to see, Jay, and they'll be flying around the field. Looking at the offense, I mean, that's the strong suit, I think, for this team right now. Obviously, Jack Werzer, the senior from Pinckney. We lose a lot in Henry Wilson, but picking up that slack will be Gage Palace, right?
Yeah, and Gage Palace was a frequent target for Werzer last year. Caught a lot of passes, a lot of quick passes as well. I'm going to guess that Werzer's going to try to get him involved early, but I think it's going to be the running game that's going to be the difference here for the Bulldogs. You know, trying to make that transition with some running backs this season, and obviously the big guy got hurt last year in the fall, but they were running the ball so well at the beginning of the year last year, and it just kind of fell off a little bit.
Yes, and it was Stephen Moses, converted linebacker, went over to running back. Who would back him up last year? That was Jimmy Clark. So he's going to get the start tonight. Salvador Paterno, who's had some carries, he has some game experience, he'll be behind Clark. But they'll be running behind this offensive line that has experience. We'll start from right to left here. We have Brendan Clark at right tackle, Nathan Bennett at right guard, centers Ben Pelletier, left guard Josh Brown, and left tackle Jack Cecilia. A very veteran group up front for the Bulldogs. It'll be Jack Werzer at quarterback, of course. Cole Sessler at wide receiver along with Gage Palace. We'll see a lot of Donald Scott as well. He likes to hang out in that slot area. Very dependable receiver for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you know what? Like I said, it's just a beautiful day for football here. We're hoping the rain kind of stays away.
Oh, you said it, Jay.
Yeah, I jinxed it. But that's what we got turf down there for, all-weather field. And I think both these teams are ready to play some football and just get this season started. Just
hit someone other than your teammate and a tackling dummy. That's right. What these guys are looking forward to. And the defense for Adrian really brings the physicality. We'll look across that defensive front. It'll be DeAndre Jennings, Adrian Kirkland, and Randall Broom. We'll see some Seth Gallagher as well. The linebackers will have Kyle Minder, Conrad Dixon, Sam Madrid, playing outside linebacker, a graduate of Adrian High School, so a local product. We've talked about Brandon Kwiatkowski at safety. Also, Donovan McCary out at safety as well. Bryce Tullis, the big, tall, physical corner for Coach Deere. And, of course, Ty Diener on the other side of the defensive field. Special teams, familiar names. Cooper West will be doing the kicking for Adrian College. And Austin Benke, one of the best in the biz back there, punting for Adrian College. Look at the Heidelberg offense. Of course, we talked about Drew Sims. He stands 5'11", $175. He's a sophomore. At tailback, Montavious Yearby. He's put up some big numbers for them. He's a junior this year. Nick Coffer at tight end. Wide receiver, Maceo Matthews Jr. Dimitri Pennick at wide out. And Brandon Reed as well, 5'10", 5'11", senior for the Student Princes. At left tackle, Brandon Donges. Left guard is Wally Kalinowski. Center will be Bobby Logan. Right guard, Yevensky Genda. And right tackle, James Sweat for the Heidelberg offense. A quick look at the Heidelberg defense. We'll start on the outside with cornerback Traymon Wiley. Free safety, Rudy Perilous. Strong safety is Griffin Pendry. Cornerback, Jacob Gerlach. The will linebacker, DeMonte Richmond. The Mike backers, Parker Smith. The Joker linebacker, I don't think he's a joke, but it's Zachary Blackiston, and the Sam linebacker is Easton St. Clair. Up front, Tyler Turek, Cole Bibbart, the defensive nose tackle, and at end will be Jared Evans for Heidelberg University. And you look at that defense in particular, I think the Adrian offensive line could do some things there just on paper, not incredibly tall and beefy up front, to use a term there. I mean, when I saw the ranking for Heidelberg and then I look at the roster, I thought it'd be 5'5" or 6'5" across the board, but that's not the case.
No, but they're going to play physical. They're going to play strong. Give Drew Sims plenty of pass protection up front as well. And I just think that this game may be won in the trenches. I told you the Bulldogs need to run the football well today. You know, we know how good Jack Werzer is. He had a couple turnover-prone games last year, but if he takes care of the football, the Bulldogs can run the ball. I feel like they can play with anyone, even outside of the MIAA.
Yes, they can, and go back to the spring season. You go back to, I believe it was the last time on this field, Olivet College came to town. Bulldogs were down big. Homecoming, they came back and won that football game 28-27. I'm not saying we're going to see a similar type of situation, but Adrian needs to be ready in case they get that wave from Heidelberg early. They need to block and counterpunch, and hopefully running the football, like you said, can do that in this contest today.
Yeah, I think that if you're an Adrian College football fan, you don't want to get down that far just like last time. And, you know, if Adrian College can come out and control the football again, and not have the mistakes they had against Olivet last year. You know, like I said, they should be in about every game.
Bulldogs will kick off to the Student Princes. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're tuned in to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
To the presentation of Bulldog Football on ACTV and WVAC Adrian 107.9 FM, an Adrian College Media House production.
Welcome back to Docking Family Stadium. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna here on the call for Bulldog Football. They're taking on Heidelberg University, the Student Princes. Adrian will be kicking from the south end zone to the north. Wind at the back of their punter, Austin Benke. He has the ball on the tee. The 2021 season moments away here on the Adrian College Sports Network. And before we have our first kick, issue with the clock here.
Be a quick first quarter, 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, let's see if they can get a playoff. We'll get that corrected here. Both Bulldogs and Student Princes are ready to go. The clock is as well. The official puts his thumb up. He's ready to go. Here go the Bulldogs. They'll run up to it. Kick from the 35. Wind at their back. Everything is in order. Ball on the tee. They will put foot to leather and get this fall campaign underway. And here's the kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 13-yard line. Gets some blockers, cuts it out to the right side, tries to go to the sideline, gets a block there up to the 35, cut back at the 35, and finally tackled just shy of the Heidelberg 40-yard line. And that is right where Drew Sims and this Heidelberg offense will get things going here in this first quarter. Yeah, great field position for Heidelberg to start. They're going to be in their road white uniforms, pretty orange helmets. Bulldogs, like we said earlier, in their home blacks. And we'll see what Drew Sims has got here offensively. We talked about that first career game he had with over 300 yards and 6 touchdowns coming from right down the road in Perrysburg, Ohio. He will start in the shotgun. Yearby at running back. He's to his right. Snap is away. It's going to be a handoff left side. They pull a guard over there. The Bulldogs getting dragged through that pile. He'll pick up about 6, maybe 7 yards on the first down carry. See some physicality right away. Yeah, great physical run, and you even saw the offensive line kind of pushing that pack forward. And like we said, right off the bat, the trenches dominating there early for Heidelberg. Adrian's going to have to do a lot better job of collapsing on the ball there. Very similar formation. 2 receivers out wide to the right. Couple of tight ends on the left side. Clap of the hands. It's a counter run. They go right side. That's an easy first down into Adrian College territory. Brought down at the 47-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Student Princes, and they are going with tempo. Their first drive of the game, 55 seconds in, 2 receivers either side in the pistol formation. Sims looks right, throws deep, he's got a man open. Bulldog coming over to cover, he can't get there in time, and the catch is made along the right sideline inside the red zone, and that catch was made to look by Dimitri Pennick out there on the Heidelberg sideline. 1st and goal, Heidelberg from the 9. Yeah, Sims left that one a little short there even, but the safety got beat a little bit too much there by Adrian College, and after a couple runs from Yearby, they decided to set up that pass, that deep ball, and Heidelberg's hitting pretty early. Right back to the line. Student Princes do not huddle. Bulldogs 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. It's a run up the middle. Looking for that hole. He gets tackled short. A Bulldog helmet goes rolling at the 14-yard line. We'll pick that up. About a 5-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and goal from about the 4.
Trying to see whose number that is, but the jersey's all rolled up without the helmet there. He's going to have to take a play off for the Bulldogs. So 2nd down and goal coming up from about the 5. See what Adrian College has got here. You know, that bend but don't break attitude.
I think it was Jack MacArthur, the linebacker. Here's a run up the middle. Falling toward the goal line. He's going to be marked just short inside the 1. The Student Prince's running back gets it right on that doorstep here in the opening drive. We've played about 2 minutes of action here. Opening possession of this 2021 season. Here be the deep back from the pistol formation. Sims claps his hands once, hits the up back, pushes through, and he scores. Touchdown, Student Princes. Looked like the fullback with some action. That was number 41, Jace Grossman with that carry. He was the lead back. Just followed that offensive line, and just like that, 1 possession, 1 score for Heidelberg.
5'11", 225. The senior showed every bit of that 225 pounds, and bulldozed his way in, and that was a pretty impressive opening drive from Heidelberg.
Really was. 1 long pass. The rest were rushes. Student Princes on for the extra point. They lead at 6-0 on the road. Snap, hold are good, and the kick follows. 7-0 our score. Bulldogs will get the ball. First possession for this Adrian College offense. We'll see how they look right after this 30-second timeout. 7-0 Heidelberg here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
7-0 our score. Student Princes lead early on the road against Adrian College. Home opener, home game, first game of this 2021 fall season. Ian Went, Jay Hanna here in the booth with you. It's 7-0 early. Bulldog offense will get this ball back here. We have 12:50 on that first quarter clock as the Wind takes the ball off the tee. Prior to their kickoff, the Wind is at Adrian College's back right now, so we'll see how that benefits or maybe hinders Jack Werzer. Now we're set to go. Ball on the tee. Doing the kicking is David Harbaugh. The junior sends it deep. It will be fielded at about the 9-yard line. Looking for blocking up the right side. Cuts it back to the middle. Ball is loose, but it's picked up by Adrian College. Oh, a lucky bounce there. The Dogs will have it, I believe, at the 29-yard line. Heads up play to recover that football by Adrian's number 4 on special teams. That was Kenny Kujawa, the wide receiver from Saginaw. The junior heads up play to jump on that football.
Yeah, Adrian College not quite as good a field position to start off as Heidelberg had, but just real quick reflecting on that last drive, Heidelberg, with big chunk plays, just had to do the one pass to score. Adrian College going to have to do, I see their defense working on the sidelines, a lot of adjustments.
Jack Werzer starts in the shotgun. Clark, the running back, he'll get the call on 1st and 10. Tries to bounce outside and thrown down by his shoulder pads by the linebacker making that play. Number 12, Zach Blackiston. No gain on that play. It'll bring up a 2nd down. Jack Werzer now alone in the shotgun. Where's number 2 for the Bulldogs? Gets that snap. Heidelberg rushes forward. Pass out wide. Oh, a nice catch out there on the outside by number 20. That was Jimmy Clark. Well, he looked like a wide receiver there. He's listed as a running back. That throw wasn't perfect from Jack, but Clark able to reel it in.
Yeah, they're going to take what they can get there. I do think that Heidelberg's going to try to take away the run based on that first couple plays. Werzer coming into the season, 1,500 yards passing, might rely on his arm one more time today.
3rd down and 4 yards to go from Adrian College 36. Bulldogs trail at 7-0. 11:37 to go in our first quarter. Werzer looks, has some time, fakes it, looking to run instead. Oh, he will fake it, run it up the middle. He's got a first down. Fake the run, fake the pass. I'm just going to run instead. Jack Werzer, first down up near midfield. That was special.
Yeah, Jack Werzer definitely showed off his legs there. He showed that a little bit last year. Had a little bit of a fumble problem, though. So I love to see the slide and the adjustment there, and a good first down start for the Bulldogs.
Big, tall wide receiver, bunched up tight. That's Preston Smith, number 1 for AC. Stands at 6'5". We'll see if Werzer goes his way on first down and 10. Trips to the left, tight to the line. Palace out wide to the right. Instead, it's a run for Clark. Gets some blocking on the edge. Jimmy Clark into the open field. Gets chased down from behind, but that's a big-time carry for Clark. And a first down, Adrian College at the 33-yard line. Yeah, great blocking by that left side.
Perfect blocking, and I think it was a touchdown-saving tackle there. I think that was Griffin Pendry, or else he was taking that all the way to the house. Big play, and Bulldogs answering right back from that great Heidelberg opening drive.
Adrian driving, trailing 7-0, 10:40 to go, first quarter. Off a great run by Clark. He'll take a breather. First and 10 from the Heidelberg 33-yard line, ball on the left hash. 3 receivers in the pattern. Werzer hit, lost the football, he fumbled it. Student Princess pick it up at the 41-yard line. It's number 94 coming up with that loose ball. That is Jared Evans, the sophomore. Werzer felt the heat, ball knocked out of his hands. Adrian turns it over after a promising first drive of this season. So Heidelberg, again, great field position. Now they're working with a 7-0 lead, and that's what you don't want to have happen. Some pressure. Werzer didn't see it. Ball knocked out of his hands, and a turnover to start the offense's 2021 fall campaign.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a great blitz on the outside, pretty much untouched, and Werzer suffered the consequences there and took the sack.
Early run, a quick handoff up the middle. Bulldogs taking a couple men to drag the running back down. He'll pick up 6, maybe 7 yards on that carry. Looked like Yearby again. Heidelberg right back to the line. Running that tempo offense. Fakes the run, throws it out wide. The catch is made, his second reception of the evening. That's for number 4 out there. That's Dimitri Pennick. Has both Heidelberg receptions here today. That's good enough for a first down inside Bulldog territory. It's at the 46-yard line.
We'll see how Heidelberg handles this drive, whether or not they stick with Yearby on the ground or they switch to Sims through the air, as this one play-action fake pass.
Sims looking deep over the middle. He's got him almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness, what a diving play made on the back end of that one for Adrian College. We'll grab the number on that one. But my goodness, what a diving effort. Almost intercepted that pass. Jay, the wind might have caught that one a little bit because he had him deep.
Well, we saw that on the last drive, too. Sims was a little short on the pass he completed, but that time, great effort defensively by the Bulldogs.
Second down and 10 from the Bulldog 46-yard line. Heidelberg leading and with the ball, 7-0. It's Yearby off right, left tackle rather. He gets about 8-9 yards close to the first down. That offensive line pushing Bulldog defensive line out of the way. Brings up a very manageable 3rd down and 1 situation.
Yeah, we saw Heidelberg face the situation down by the goal line last time, but this time closer to the midfield. This is where the Bulldogs need to make a stand.
3rd and 1. Off the Adrian College turnover, Heidelberg trying to make them pay. It's a counter run. Tries to get to the 35. He will get it, and that's a Heidelberg first down, but a solid tackle by Kwiatkowski on the running back, Yearby. It is a Student Princess first down. That's now at the Adrian College 34-yard line. Quickly to the line, a first down and 10. Sims looking left all the way, feels some pressure, throws it to the sideline, a toe drag and play, and that's incomplete on the left sideline. That was extremely close to another catch. Instead, it's incomplete. Second down and 10 upcoming for Heidelberg University. Student Princes do not huddle, but instead they look to their sideline. Looking to the young men wearing some, looks like construction caution gear over there, giving those signals. It's a 2nd down and 10. Yerby shifts behind Sims in a pistol formation. It's a stretch play to the right. Bulldogs make him cut back, but there's blocking there. Heidelberg getting some big chunk plays on the ground, and Yerby has about 7 there. Give him a 3rd down and a long 2, maybe call it 3, inside the Adrian College 30 at the 26. They went with the run last time, a 3rd and short. This one a little bit longer. Sims surveys the field. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw that out route. The catch is not made. Oh, my goodness. That was a 1st down on that out route. He was going for his man, Pennick, again. He couldn't hold on, and it's a 4th down and 3 to go.
Yeah, this is decision time here. I mean, you can't really punt. So do you stick with Yerby, or do you rely on Sims to make a play with his legs even here in a short 4th down situation?
Student Princess going forward on 4th down and 3, trying to get the Bulldogs to jump off sides. Wind really in their face, so that might be influencing the kicking decision for Heidelberg. The setup right now is 3 receivers wide out to the left, tight end tight to the right side of the formation. Yerby the running back with Sims in the shotgun. It's going to be a run. Yerby trying to get that yardage. He is very close, Jay, but I think he stumbled over that 1st down line, and boy, it's just more chunk plays on the ground.
Yeah, that one the Bulldogs read pretty well. It was a nice cut by Yerby, and just unable to make a play in the backfield. And a good job keeping his feet by Yerby as Heidelberg continues to make ends meet of this kind of Bulldog defense.
Play action pass. Sims looking, rolling, throwing, caught. Yes. Yes, a catch is called at the 2-yard line. A diving reception made by the Heidelberg receiver down there. It looked like Reed, Brandon Reed. We do have a flag at the end of the play, and it'll be a roughing the passer against the Bulldogs. So that'll be a half the distance to the goal from the 2. That should mark the ball at the 1 for 1st and goal for Heidelberg.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just showed how good Sims is back there as a quarterback. Rolled out right, took the roughing the passer call, and delivered the ball perfectly on the out route.
And that was double covered, too. The Bulldogs all over Reed, but Reed made a great catch right in front of the linesman, able to confirm that it was indeed a catch. The score right now, 7-0 Heidelberg leading over Adrian College. Clock rolling at 7:37 to play in our 1st quarter. We appreciate you tuning in to Adrian College Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna in the booth for you tonight. Heidelberg in the shotgun. Sims at quarterback. It's going to be a give again and a tackle in the backfield. What a great read by the Bulldog linebacker. Minder makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and they were going with the man who scored the 1st touchdown, Jace Grossman. Lost a couple on the play.
Yeah, and I think the Bulldogs saw that last time, saw Grossman kind of plow through their defensive line and decided to make a statement there, setting the Heidelberg back to the 3, I should say.
2nd and goal. Here's a toss play to Grossman, looking for the edge. He has it. Touchdown, Student Princes. 2 drives, 2 scores. The middle didn't work. The outside was wide open. Solid blocking again, and the pass game didn't really work too well for Heidelberg, but running game picks it up, and they're up 13-0.
Well, unfortunately, this is starting to look a little bit about their last time they played each other in 2019. Heidelberg was up 30-0 at the end of the 1st quarter before winning 57-7. So we saw some promise from the Adrian College offense last drive. Hopefully they can stick through it this time and eliminate that turnover that they saw.
Harbaugh the kick. It's up, away, and good. 14-0. Our score, 6:52 to play in our 1st quarter of action here from Docking Family Stadium. We'll be back with the kickoff after this 30-second timeout on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Welcome back to Docking Family Stadium. We're looking down at Kapnick Field here on the campus of Adrian College. I'm Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna, bringing you Bulldog football here, the 2021 Fall Edition. I'm only saying that because they played games in the spring this year. I don't want to confuse people. So it's the second 2021 season. It's not been a great start for AC. Gave up a touchdown drive on the first possession, turnover on their first offensive drive, and then a touchdown for Heidelberg. Bulldogs getting this kickoff return. It's a short one. Fielded around the 34 up to about the 39-yard line. That's where AC will start their second drive.
Well, and you're mentioning that that fall season last year and the spring season split up. This time in the fall, the games count, too. Last fall,
Absolutely.
The games did not count. This is the first big-time football. I mean, in the spring, it was regular MIA play. You know, all that was normal. But this is the first combined 10-game season since 2019.
Adrian finds themselves in a hole early, 14-0. 2 touchdown runs for Grossman for Heidelberg. Adrian College second possession. It's Jack Werzer in the shotgun. It's a fake snap. He'll roll to the left. Keeps rolling, finds his tight end. He's caught it. Slips a tackle up to the 46-yard line. Nice grab by Poyer. Very reliable tight end for Jack Werzer. He likes throwing it that way. A big target at that tight end spot.
Yeah, he makes a lot of catches for this Bulldog offense, and just a simple play, but it's a big 6-yard gain on first down and sets up the Bulldogs with a nice 2nd and 4.
And look, if you're playing a big physical defensive line, I like that play call. Move. Make him run. That's the last thing a big guy wants to do is run around the field all night. Werzer claps his hands, takes the snap. Here's a run, a couple of pulling guards. But that backside defensive linebacker makes an excellent tackle, and that's number 12 sliding in there, Zachary Blackiston. Makes a tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, he was untouched there, come around the backside, and the senior, all 235 pounds of him, easily caught up in the backfield. And yeah, the Bulldogs are going to have to shape a few things up on that offensive line. We saw Werzer take the hit from his strong side and on the last drive. So a big 3rd down here.
Yeah, coaches say the backside defensive end on that play shouldn't be able to make the play. Have to move a little quicker in that offensive backfield. Werzer needs 6 on a 3rd down. He has 5 in the pattern. Heidelberg rushes 4. Werzer goes deep over the middle looking for Preston Smith. He overthrew him by about 5 yards. Boy, Smith has about a 6 or 7 inch height advantage, it looks like, on the field, but Werzer couldn't find him, and the Bulldogs forced to punt.
Yeah, Preston Smith listed at 6'5". He looks every bit of it out there, but that was pretty good coverage from Heidelberg. Good job by Werzer putting it kind of only where it wouldn't be a turnover, but this is where this is dangerous territory for the Bulldogs, down 14-0, having to punt it away to the strong Heidelberg offense. It's time for the Bulldog defense to step up.
Yeah, it's in a 3 and out in that, so not much time for that defense to rest up and make some adjustments. Austin Benke back to punt here. One of the best in the conference. The snap is low. He fields it cleanly. Here's a kick from Benke. It'll hit at the 21 and roll inside the 10 and all the way into the Adrian Bulldog painted end zone. So a touchback on that one. Heidelberg with their 3rd offensive possession. Jay, what can the Bulldogs do differently? I mean, the running game has just been outstanding for Heidelberg, but they're hitting some deep throws. What do you take away first?
I think you got to. I think you got to make them throw. Obviously, Heidelberg's kind of looking for that long ball. So bring your front 7 in, make a few plays and stop the running game and force them to throw. Safety's got to play a little bit more conservative in that aspect, but make them make a few short passes. And like I said, you got to stop that run because really Yearby's kind of gotten loose a couple of times. No real giant runs, but those 7-8 yard runs are just killing Adrian College.
That they are, yeah. When they need 7 or 8, that's what they're getting from their running back. We have a whistle stopping play. We'll see if it's an equipment issue, a clock issue, a first down marker issue. So instead of a touchback being at the 25, it should be at the 20-yard line. So we make that correction. So Heidelberg has 80 yards to go. And looking at the stats, Jay, already 54 yards on the ground on 12 rushes. That's 4.5 yards per carry for Heidelberg. Adrian averaging 4.4. They've had 5 rushes, but the big one from Jack Werzer. Here's a run right out the middle. Grossman into the secondary. He's hit at the 32-yard line by Kwiatkowski. I mean, it's a blink, and they're through that defensive line.
Man, these running, or I should say Grossman is so big. 6 foot tall, almost 225 pounds, but he can move.
Sims, a quick pass to the edge, a cut inside by the receiver. He'll pick up about 8 yards, and that is Pennick with the reception. It's a second down and short.
Yeah, that one.
Or excuse me, Reed with the reception.
No, that's okay. But Sims really hasn't had to make too many throws because they just continue to set up that play action pass or that deep pass with all these big chunk runs.
3 out wide to the left. Sims in the shotgun. Fakes it to Grossman. Looking deep. Middle. Oh, he overthrew him. Can Tullis get there? He can't. Pass falls harmlessly to the turf. He was looking for number 7, Maceo Matthews Jr., the 6-foot senior. Tight coverage from AC, and one of the rare throws that have been really off target.
Yeah, and I think he was kind of looking for Maceo Matthews Jr. on that play. You saw him cut towards the middle of the field, but he got tripped up a little bit, so he went to his other option, and good coverage from Adrian.
3rd and 3. Here's a run from Grossman. Will he get there? Oh, he's close. Right at the line. He lunged forward after the initial hit by Sam Madrid. That's extremely close. Minder in on that tackle as well. By the far judge, it looks like it's a 4th down and a couple inches.
I thought it was a kind spot at that as well.
Oh, they're going to give him a 1st down on that.
Oh, they're not even measuring it.
Jim Deere has something to say about that. I mean, I saw both linesmen come in from different yard lines and give different opinions. So they agree to go with the one further upfield.
You know, on Adrian College Sports Network, we don't like to complain about the officials.
I'm not complaining. I'm telling you what happened.
I'm just explaining. They need to at least measure it.
All right, here's a screen pass. Almost a backward pass. Bulldogs pick it up. They say incomplete. Reed and Pendick really confused on there who was supposed to catch that bubble screen.
Yeah, it upset Sims as well because, obviously it's an incompletion. It's going to upset your quarterback. But, yeah, it was just a little bit of confusion there. But that can easily be a turnover. He takes one step backwards.
Yeah.
And it was good observation by the Bulldogs to try to make the play, and just how it works.
Looked like a video game glitch. Both guys stopped and turned the same exact time. It's a 2nd down and 10 now for Heidelberg, leading at 14-0. 3:40 to play in our first quarter of action. Sims looks to throw. Throws it underneath. Incomplete. Grossman can't hang on. They send everyone deep, trying to slip the running back behind the defensive line. The big man couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I just was watching our YouTube feed, and somebody pointing out how big the offensive line for Heidelberg looks. You look at that offensive line, 275, 285, 285, 305, and 280. The Bulldog defense is going to have their hands full, but right now, 3rd down and 10. This is where you have to make that stop and turn the momentum in this game.
Opportunity. Heidelberg sends him in the pattern. Bulldogs force Sims out of the pocket. Throws sideline. Catch made right on that sideline. They will converge. I'm not sure if that was a completed pass or not. They say it was. There's a flag right at around the 42 where the ball was snapped. Indication, I believe, is against Heidelberg. Maybe a lineman downfield situation. We'll get the call, and it is an ineligible player downfield, so that will negate the 1st down catch. 5-yard penalty. Heidelberg really talking to these officials on the far sideline, looking for an explanation. I believe they get 3 yards, right, Jay, down the field?
Yeah, well, that'll happen, a play like that where the quarterback is scrambling out wide. A lot of times the offensive line is thinking that they're going to run, and so they start moving downfield, and I'm going to guess that's what happened, but they get a couple yards there, and unfortunately they went for Heidelberg. They went a little bit too far downfield because it was a great play by Sims, great adjustment on the outside too by Matthews Jr. to make that catch on the sidelines, and I'm trying to figure out what Coach Deere is talking to the officials so much about.
Yeah, he doesn't think he caught that pass. That has to be the argument. He says, I don't want to give him an extra chance, just take the play as is. That would have been a 1st down. The penalty backs up the Student Prince's 5 yards. So it's a 3rd and 15. Again, opportunity for the AC defense, trailing 14-0 early. 3:29 to play in the first quarter. Ball marked at the Heidelberg 38-yard line. Sims in the shotgun. 4 receivers out, running back beside him. He'll take the snap. Bulldogs rush 3, put 8 in coverage. Sims feels some pressure, rolls out. Madrid chasing him. He throws it away. Wow, great pressure, rushing 3. Sam Madrid kind of stood back and waited to see what Sims did. Sims just threw that ball away.
Well, it's a nice adjustment, too, or I should say a nice stunt by the defensive line. You saw the defensive end kind of, or I should say the nose tackle make a spin move around to the outside to put the pressure on Sims. He was looking backside for a receiver to come back, but he was too far down there, and it was actually a really smart play by Sims. You know, you got a 2-touchdown lead. You're at midfield. Take the punt and don't turn the ball over.
Kenny Kujawa and Brandon Kwiatkowski are deep for Adrian College to receive this punt. First one of the evening for the Student Princes. Bulldogs get pressure. They may have got a fingertip on it, but it'll roll at the 30, 25-20. Keeps going. A great Heidelberg roll on this one. It'll rest at the 15-yard line. That's where Jack Werzer and the Adrian College offense gets things going. Drive number 3, looking for points, trailing here in the first quarter, 14-0, 3:08 to play.
We'll see what Adrian College does offensively here. We've seen a little bit of a balanced attack, but they keep getting themselves in these 3rd and long, 2nd and long situations and relying so much on Jack Werzer, and that's been the issue to this point, is just those long obstacles that they're facing because Heidelberg's pressure has been so strong up front.
Tight end tight to the line. Running back in the backfield with Jack Werzer in the shotgun. Looking left, feels some pressure, rolls to the right. Looking for an outlet. Jack will just throw this one into the Bulldog bench. 2nd down and 10.
Great coverage there on the outside by Griffin Pendry, the strong safety. For Adrian College, I didn't see who it was running. I think it was Kenny Kujawa running down the side or towards the sideline. Great adjustment by the strong safety there to follow him because Werzer was looking for him strong while he's running outside.
Yeah, it looks like Werzer doesn't have time to go to that 2nd and 3rd read. That pressure's getting there so quickly for Heidelberg. 2nd and 10, ball at the Adrian College 16. 3:01 to go in the first quarter. Heidelberg walks up to the line of scrimmage. They rush 5. Werzer quickly to the edge. It's intercepted. Picked at the 19. He'll run it in for the score. Touchdown. Student Princes making that reception. Easton St. Clair. He's in for the score. It's 20-0 Heidelberg.
Yeah, that one was just a throw you cannot make. All the way to the long side of the field and out route. Perfectly read on the outside there by St. Clair. And the worst of it just keeps coming for the Bulldogs, down 3 scores now in the first quarter.
Harbaugh on for the extra point. His 3rd attempt already in this first quarter. Tough night for Werzer so far, a fumble and an interception. The kick is up, away, and through. We'll pause 30 seconds. We'll be back. Bulldogs get it right back. It's 21-0 Heidelberg on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back to Docking Family Stadium on the campus of Adrian College. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna bringing you Bulldog football. First game of the season, they welcome in Heidelberg University up from Tiffin, Ohio, the number 24th ranked team in Division III football. According to the preseason rankings, we mentioned in the pregame they play in an extremely competitive top-tier conference in Division III. Does the name Mountain Union ring a bell? Because that's who they lost to in their conference championship game last year.
Well, Ian, I'll tell you, Mountain Union doesn't ring a bell, but Mount Union rings a bell.
Whatever.
I'm just about
one of those. One of the unions.
Yeah, Mount Union, perennial powerhouse, somebody that you get to see every year. That's going to make you play a lot better.
Rain comment. It's okay. All right. High kick, fielded at the 14. Cutting it to the outside, gets a couple of blocks, and Adrian up over the 30-yard line. A solid return. Christian Oran with the return, the 6'3 senior from Troy. Went to Athens High School. Solid return on that play.
Yeah, the Bulldogs really haven't had trouble with field position so far. It's just been, moving the ball once they get in that right spot. They had so much promise on that first drive, and that fumble by Jack Werzer on the blitz from Heidelberg just seems like it's kind of broken this offense because there hasn't been a whole lot since then.
3 receivers tight to the formation on the left side of the line. 1 receiver out wide to the right. It's a run for Clark, and he's hit in the backfield, ran into his own lineman. That's because the incredible pressure from Heidelberg up front. Couldn't grab the number, Jay.
Yeah, I think it was number 48, who is Elijah Ha. No, that can't be right. Maybe I'll figure it out. Oh, 46, Isaiah Kammer, I believe is who it was, but a lot of pressure up front there, and, he literally blew the offensive lineman into our backfield.
Yeah, the lineman might get credit for the tackle. 2nd down and 11 from the Bulldog 35-yard line. 5 rushing. Werzer throws it out wide. Preston Smith goes up. It's too high for the big man. 6'5", couldn't come down with it. It's now 3rd down and long for AC.
Yeah,
what's your thought on that, Jay?
Well, that's a catchable ball. You got to bring that in. When your offense needs a play, you got to make that catch, but I'm sure he knows that, and just something's got to change for the Bulldog offense. It's going to be a very, very long day.
It's not often they find themselves open, so when you are, makes it all that much more important. Bulldogs really tighten up that formation. Werzer takes the snap. Max protect. He steps up, throws middle. He's got a man, Kujawa. Oh, it's too long. 2nd time we've seen a deep ball go by. He had a walk-in touchdown, and Werzer couldn't hit him. Maybe the wind at his back. May have pushed that ball a little too far, but a good play design could not execute.
Yeah, Kujawa had probably 3 or 4 steps on the closest defender there. That time, unlike the last throw, not good coverage from Heidelberg. Perfect opportunity for Adrian College. It's just been that kind of day so far.
Austin Benke on to punt. His team trailing 21-0. 2:03 to play in our first quarter. Excellent snap back to Benke. He gets it. It's a wobbler, but a deep kick from Austin. Hits at the 17, rolls inside the 10. This will be great field position for the Bulldog defense. It's fielded inside the 2, call it the 1. Excellent kick by Austin Benke. And with that, we'll send it down to our sideline reporter, Bailey Music. All right, so Jay, Heidelberg offense backed up deep inside their own territory. They actually put it at the 3-yard line. It must be where the Bulldog touched it first. We'll check in with Bailey in just a moment here. So Sims and the offense. 97 yards to pay dirt. They found it 3 times. 1:52 to play in our first quarter. Sims from his own end zone. Hands it off. Good push by that offensive line. He's up over the 10 to the 12-yard line. It's where the tackle's made. A Bulldog's helmet came off as the tackle was made. Right near the first down. Not sure if they have the yardage. It's very close. We call it a 2nd down and 1. Call it the 13-yard line. Clock moving, 1:35. Sims in the pistol formation, claps his hands once. Now it's a turn and give off the right side. Bulldogs get in the backfield but can't make the tackle there. Instead, they do it at the 16. Sam Madrid in on that play. He'll get credit for the tackle. The Adrian, Michigan native playing for his hometown college. Where's number 11 for the Bulldogs? From that linebacker position. Clock moving. 1st and 10 Heidelberg from their own 16-yard line. It's Grossman up the middle. Heidelberg just following that offensive line, but Adrian able to stand him up on that play. DeAndre Jennings, the defensive tackle, got in there and made the play. The 6'1 senior from Houston, Texas. I remember Jennings when he was a freshman, getting a lot of playing time, part of that fearsome freshman line back in the day. makes a tackle on first down. It's second down and medium for the Student Princes. They pull that guard around. Oh, what a nice tackle by Adrian College. They found where the back was going, and a great play made by the linebacker right there.
Yeah, so obviously not a lot of promise so far from the offense, but the defense making adjustments, making a few stops here, 2 drives in a row. 3rd and long. I think it's time for a turnover.
Final moments ticking down here, the first quarter. Heidelberg content with their lead. Adrian, an uphill battle as we head to quarter number 2. It's 21-0 Heidelberg. Teams will flip sides. Jay and I will stay put. We'll be back for the second quarter after the 60-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
In its 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News & World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. The institution was named to the Best Regional Colleges Midwest section for the 7th consecutive year, and once again listed number 2 in the Most Innovative Schools category. In addition to these honors, Adrian College was also named to the Best Undergraduate Teaching and Best Value College lists. Adrian College has been established as a distinctive and innovative educational leader in the United States. The institution places priority on a culture of innovation and critical thinking. This is the 12th consecutive year Adrian College has been featured by U.S. News & World Report. You can see the full list of rankings and find more information on their website. For more information about Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back to Docking Family Stadium, home of Bulldog football here tonight as Adrian is hosting Heidelberg University. A tough first quarter for AC. They're trailing at 21-0. Heidelberg with the football. Before we get back to action, let's check in with our sideline reporter, Bailey Mruzik.
Sideline for this Adrian Bulldogs and Heidelberg matchup here. First game of the season. The energy in here is very exciting. Stands packed from top to bottom, both sides. Heidelberg top ranked in Division III as well as their own league. They're leading Adrian right now 21-0. We will see if Adrian can answer what they've put on their plate here in the first quarter. Thanks.
And thank you so much, Bailey. We'll check in with her throughout the contest. Bulldog defense looking to get this second quarter off with a bang. They're trailing here early by 3 scores. Bringing some pressure on Sims. Will they get there in time? And they force a throw into the Bulldog bench. That's going to be a 4th down, so the pressure and the coverage combine, and the Bulldogs force a Heidelberg punt.
Big-time defensive stand for Adrian College, as that's back-to-back possessions. They've been able to force a punt. So that's just little small steps you're taking in this game. You're only down 3 scores, still the second quarter, got plenty of time. Now's the time, though, to kind of set a tone offensively. You don't need a touchdown yet. Obviously, you want a touchdown, but just show that you can move the football.
Offense set to get this ball back here, trailing big early. Plenty of time, though, as you said, early second quarter. The punt away from the Student Prince's punter. It's picked up by Kwiatkowski. Looking for some blocking up over the 40. He gets it to around the 43-yard line. That's where this Bulldog offense starts, their best starting field position of this contest. Simply put, Jay, they have to protect that football.
Yeah, 100%. We saw Werzer take that sack and that fumble, but we've also seen Werzer show his legs. So get outside of the pocket, make something happen, but the receivers have to continue to get open. We saw Kujawa get loose on that last possession deep. If the receivers can get separation, let Werzer use his arm and try to make a few plays offensively. Like I said, put together a little drive.
Kujawa right there in the slot wearing number 4 for Adrian College. Preston Smith out wide. Where's number 1? Werzer rolling to the left, looking that way. It's tipped up in the air, and it'll fall to the turf, thankfully, as there was pressure immediately by Heidelberg University. It on that play was Easton St. Clair, the young man who had the interception return for a touchdown, nearly had handed another defensive score.
Yeah, and that's something that can't happen there. I think they were trying to set up a screen, throw the ball at the feet, not at the hands. Don't let that ball get tipped in the air like that. We already saw the 1 pick 6. We don't need another one.
Bulldogs looking at a second down and 10 yards to go. At their 43, Werzer claps his hands twice. It's a run. Clark finding some space, a pretty good run behind that offensive line. Pelletier up front. Big center for Jim Deere's offense. Gives them a 3rd down and 5 yards to go. They put out some more speed out there. We see Donald Scott, the senior, number 9 for this Bulldog attack. He was a sure-handed target for Jack Werzer last year. He splits Kajawa and Smith. 2 receivers split out wide to the right as well. So Werzer alone in the shotgun. Opening minute of our 2nd quarter. 3rd down and 5. Wind in the face of the Bulldog offensive attack. Play clock at 5 seconds. Werzer to pass. Rolls to the right. Looking, throwing. Caught! Oh, Kajawa, what a catch inside the Heidelberg 35-yard line. Wow, that was a tight window for Werzer to throw that thing in, and I didn't know who he was going to. There were 3 Bulldogs in the area. Kajawa made that catch.
Wrong headset, guys. Here we go. So, again, Kujawa showing that he can get open, making a tough catch. It seems like he's kind of the go-to guy so far for Werzer.
3rd down conversion. This is Clark up the middle. Again, following Pelletier, it gives him 4 yards. That experienced offensive line for Coach Keith Euchre and head coach Jim Deere. Jay, you talked about in the pregame, they could be an asset for this football team. They've played together a long time. Getting some push here on this drive.
In Heidelberg field position, I think they made it in Heidelberg field position the first drive, but since then, nowhere near there. So this is a big possession here.
Inside their opponent territory at the 29-yard line. Senior quarterback Jack Werzer, he stands in. Heidelberg bringing pressure. Werzer throws. It's at the feet of Donald Scott. He can't reel it in. Werzer takes a hit. So did Jimmy Clark. He's a little slow to get up. The running back taking on that blitzing linebacker. He's still on the turf at the 38-yard line. Coaching staff will take a look at Jimmy Clark as it's something with his left leg, Jay. He's able to hop off, so we'll keep it right here.
Yeah, I think he had his ankle rolled under when Werzer took that hit. And back to the play there. Unfortunately, a little low throw from Werzer, but it's another catch that should be made. If it hits you in the hands, if it's a low throw like that, that was the only option there for Werzer, as he was kind of standing nowhere near about five yards from the closest defender. But again, when you're down 21-0, plays like that start to pile up. That starts to matter a little bit more.
Exactly. You put in a couple of throws that could have been made, a couple of catches that should have been made. You know, again, you're talking about a perfect game, which you're not going to have. You'll have mistakes. But when you're playing the number 24 ranked team in the country in Division III, you almost have to play perfect football. Here's a 3rd down and 5 from the 29 of Heidelberg. It's a run for Adrian College. He's tackled in the backfield. Stephen Moses with the carry. Switched up to number 24 as he's in the backfield. Getting some action here. Yeah, Jay, the only way you run the ball in a 3rd and 5 like that is if you're going for it on 4th down regardless, and it looks like that's what the Bulldogs will do here.
Yeah, but it works a lot better when you get a couple yards on that 3rd down carry. There's just no running room so far for Adrian College. Just 20 in the first quarter and not a whole lot so far here in the second.
Big play here for the Bulldog offense. 12:06 to go in our first half, trailing 21-0 from the Heidelberg 29. Werzer with some time, a slant route, caught by Preston Smith. He has a Bulldog first down at the 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The big man making his presence felt. Excellent catch, good focus by the young man to reel that in, and that's a Bulldog first down.
Yeah, and like I just said, low throw, made the catch. And so that's the difference right there. They could have had a first down a couple plays earlier if they just simply do that, but that time looked it into his hands, turned the corner, got a few extra yards. Adrian's cooking here offensively.
Inside the red zone for the first time tonight. Werzer has Moses in the backfield with him as Jimmy Clark is still on the sideline. It will be Moses up the middle. Gets upended after a decent carry on first down. Looked like he got about 2 yards. The converted linebacker. Played running back last year for Coach Jim Deere. Brings up a 2nd down and 8 yards to go from the Heidelberg 13.
Yeah, we haven't said Greg Pallas a ton so far today. I just saw him check back in there. Maybe see Werzer looking his way, a reliable option there in the red zone. Keep an eye out for that. Like I said, he's split out wide, I think, to the right.
Palace and Poyer seem to be the two favorites. When we get toward the goal line, Wurzer's alone in the shotgun. 4 receivers out wide. Poyer, the tight end. He's looking left. Wurzer avoids the pressure, escapes it to the right, throws to the back corner of the end zone. It's a jump ball, incomplete.
Yeah,
threw it over everyone's head.
Smart play by Wurzer. There was nothing there. That was a dangerous throw if he tried to squeeze that in there to Palace. And great job throwing it where nobody was going to make the catch. Live another down, take a tough third down here play, and just see what you can do offensively.
They already have 1 4th down conversion on this drive. Trying to convert a 3rd down and long from the Heidelberg 13. Clock stops at 10:36 here in the second quarter. Bulldogs have Preston Smith out wide, Donald Scott, Kenny Kajawa in the slot to the right. Young man on the left side is Cole Sesslar. He's all alone. Moses in the backfield with Jack Wurzer. Claps his hands. Moses into block. Wurzer feeling some pressure on the edge. He's sacked. Back at the 19-yard line. Nowhere to go as the Bulldog offensive lineman could not hold. And we're looking at a 4th down and very long.
Yeah, Brendan Clark right there lost his helmet, and he lost his block as well on that play. Unfortunately, Wurzer got collapsed on real quick. And decision time here. I mean, it is a makeable field goal, but I don't think the Bulldogs want to settle for 3 right here this early, or I guess this deep into the first half.
Yeah, looking at the flags here at Docking Stadium, they're clearly blowing into the Bulldogs' face here as they go from right to left here. They're lining up to go for this on a 4th and 16, so it must be significant enough where they are not confident, and Cooper West is not confident enough to try a field goal.
It'd be about a 37-yarder from this distance.
4th and 16 now from the Heidelberg 20. Wurzer from the shotgun. He steps in, looking for the end zone. He has his man caught. Oh, it's dropped in the end zone. Hit his hands. That was Preston Smith. He had 6. Instead of Bulldog turnover, as he had it, couldn't complete the process, Jay. He took it to the ground, and it popped out.
Yep, nope, that was a great back shoulder throw. Great adjustment there by Smith. Just got to haul it in. Good, I guess, kind of last-minute defense there from the Heidelberg defensive back. And unfortunately, it's a long drive for naught as the Bulldogs still trail 21-0, just 10 minutes left here in the first half.
So they make it into the red zone, but cannot cash in. Heidelberg's offense takes the field once again, a 3-score lead. 2 touchdown runs from Jace Grossman and a pick 6 by Easton St. Clair. That's how we have our 21 points. Bulldogs are scoreless so far. Sims, a quick pass. It's low, but it's caught. Out on the edge, up over the 30, now the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down for Heidelberg. Solid catch by Maceo Matthews Jr., the senior for this Student Prince's offense.
Yeah, he's been a frequent target there from Sims. Sims hasn't had to throw a lot, but that was a play there where it almost looked like it hit the turf before he caught it. So I think the Bulldogs kind of stopped defensively, which you can't do, and he took advantage of that, ran for an extra 5 or 6 yards.
Sims, play fake. Shifting over to his left, throws it over the middle. It's too high. He was looking for number 4, Dimitri Pennick. A couple of Bulldog defensive backs, including Kwiatkowski in their coverage. We've seen that 2 or 3 times now, Jay, going this direction. Those passes are just sailing over everyone's head.
Yeah, Kwiatkowski just in enough room there where the ball had to sail too high for the intended target. But, yeah, it was an opportunity there for Heidelberg. He was semi-open, but like you said, that wind playing a little bit of problems as we were worried about rain coming in here.
It's going to be a run on 2nd and 10. Adrian stuffs him in the backfield. Great gang tackle on that one. Maybe a yard gained on 2nd and 10. Brings up a 3rd down and long for the Student Prince's offense. That was Yearby with the carry. Yearby and Grossman really the 2 main backs here for Heidelberg. Grossman with those 2 short yardage touchdowns. Yearby's had some big runs, though, today as well. Need a little more than that. 3rd and 9. Under 9 to go in the first half. Sam Madrid showing blitz. Sims adjusting. And number 11 backs out into coverage. Sims looking left. It's caught. Wow, that's a tight window and a great catch for number 4 once again. Pennick That's enough for a first down to the Adrian College 45.
Yeah, and that was a perfectly drawn up play because Pennick just sat right in the middle of the zone, right where their defenders weren't. Perfectly thrown ball from Sims, and Sims looking pretty accurate here early as well.
Yeah, when he's needed to, he's made some quality throws. This one is a toss left side, stringing out that Bulldog defense, and it does just that. 7, maybe 8 yards on the first down carry. Yearby putting on the Jets that time.
Yeah, this Bulldog defense needs to make a few more adjustments on first down because these second and short, third and short situations make it tough on them to make these stops, and we'll see how they adjust here in the second half. You know, I think the Bulldogs are trying to get into that halftime break to get those adjustments in by still keeping this a 3-possession or less game.
3 down linemen for AC. Heidelberg at the line. Second down and 2 yards to go. It's Yearby again. He's trying to navigate through for a first down. He's going to be right on that line. They'll give it to him. First and 10, Student Princes at the Adrian 35, but that was extremely close as Kwiatkowski in on that tackle up from his safety spot.
Yep, this is dangerous territory here as Heidelberg eating a lot of clock. Now at the 35-yard line, the Bulldogs can really, kind of milk this second quarter with that 3-possession lead. I expect to not see a ton of passing here from Sims, especially on first and second down. So the Bulldog defense is going to have to kind of plug up that middle.
So far, 3 Adrian College turnovers, a fumble, an interception, and a turnover on downs. Only trailing by 3 scores. Here's Yearby with something to say about it. Inside the 20, takes a big hit. Wow, Kwiatkowski lays the lumber at the 15-yard line, but that's enough easily for another Student Prince's first down.
Tell you what, Dimitri Pennick, great blocking on the outside there. Drove his defender all the way back to almost the goal line on the left side, and that's what set that play up.
Here's a high snap. Sims has to fall on it. Sorry, Jay, they got to the line too quick.
That's all right. No, I was just saying Pennick with great blocking on that side, and also a really smart play by Sims. Sometimes, on a broken play like that, a quarterback will catch it and try to make something happen. He just fell right on it, knows the situation. First and 10, take the loss, and, set up a play.
Right, maybe in high school you try that. But you don't want to try that here at the collegiate level because you have all the momentum. Well, you don't want to do anything that could shift that.
And I know Sims from Perrysburg made a lot of plays in high school as well, coming from I grew up in that area.
You probably covered him.
Yeah, exactly. So he knows what he's doing offensively, and just a veteran move there. I know he's just a sophomore, but got some experience last year, and we're going to see. As that time, I think that's going to be offsides on Adrian.
All the coaches putting their hands up, upset with their players. I don't know if maybe Heidelberg moved. They're having a discussion. Definitely we saw the Bulldogs move, but maybe a flinch on the offensive line. All we can do is wait. It's a 2nd and 16 right now. We'll check the call. And it is against the Bulldogs, a 5-yard walk-off. Makes a 2nd and 16, 2nd and 11. Marks it at the Adrian College 16-yard line. 6:16 to go in our first half. The score, 21-0. Heidelberg over Adrian College. If you're just tuning in, I'm Ian Wendt, joined in the booth by Jay Hanna, bringing you some Bulldog football here this Saturday evening. Sims fakes the throw. It's a draw play. Running back meets a couple of Bulldogs at that second level. It's going to be a 3rd and about 7 yards to go. Right back up to that line of scrimmage. The Student Prince's offense. 3rd and 7. Sims throws right side. It's through everyone's hands, almost picked off. Almost like a pinball machine flying through that defensive secondary. That'll be a 4th down, and we'll see the kicker trot out to try a field goal.
Yeah, that's the advantage of having a 3-possession lead compared to Adrian. When you're down 3 possessions, you can come out and set up that field goal and not have to worry about it. But a good, stand there by Adrian deep in their own territory, forcing this field goal, and, we'll see how good their kicker is right here.
Brandon Skeckel out for the field goal attempt here. 29-yard attempt. Snap is high, hold is down, kick is up away. It's into the bushes, it's good. Nice shrubbery there behind the Adrian College marching band. The kick is good. 24-0 Heidelberg with the lead. Bulldogs to get the ball. Need to find some offense here. We'll see if they can do it after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
24-0 our score. Heidelberg University over the home team, Adrian College. Dogs set to get this one back here after giving up that field goal. 5:33 to go in our first half. Ian Went, Jay Hanna on the call here tonight. The lights are on at Docking Family Stadium. That kick is away. It will be fielded by a couple of Bulldogs in the end zone. Fortunately, that was really close to a tough scene as we have some pushing and shoving on the Heidelberg sideline. A couple players getting into it. Jay, that was close to fielding it in the field of play and carrying it back in the end zone.
Yeah, that was just miscommunication there. That's stuff that you tighten up at halftime, make those adjustments. The big thing is, how's Jack Werzer and the offense going to come out here after the touchback? Just not a sharp day so far offensively by the Bulldogs. Last possession, they drove right down there, unable to capitalize. Now turn it into points this time. It's still a 3-possession game if you count the 2-point conversions.
Werzer in the offense out on the field. At the 25-yard line. 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. Poyer, the tight end. It's a run play for Stephen Moses. He'll bring a couple of defenders with him. He's tackled up near the 30, right at the 29. As Stephen Moses probably didn't think he'd get a ton of carries, but Jimmy Clark still out with an apparent lower leg injury. Not sure exactly what it is, but Clark had the start, but Moses having to step in. He gets about 4 on a first down carry.
Yeah, it's a good start, good first play offensively. Use the run to set up the pass. That's what Adrian College does so well when they have success, using that run to set up the pass for Werzer.
Adrian will get the football to start the third quarter, so no rush right now for Werzer on the offense, trailing 24-0 at home. Werzer fakes a run, rolls to the right. On the run, Kajawa makes a great catch at the 45. That was right on the money from Jack Werzer. That's a first down. And 10 to go. He got out of bounds, so they'll stop the clock briefly here as they reset the chains.
Yeah, perfectly executed offense there. Get Werzer outside. Good route by Kujawa. And you got to see a lot more of that for the Bulldogs to have success.
Having a really good ball game so far, Kenny Kajawa. Where's number 4? He's a junior from Saginaw. Werzer claps his hands. It's a give up the middle for Paterno. First time we've called his name tonight, and Salvador Paterno gets about 6 for a second down and 4. Clock moving, 4:04 to play in this second quarter. Adrian College working from right to left into the wind. Pretty consistent, about 15-mile-per-hour wind here in Adrian, Michigan tonight. Heidelberg bringing pressure. Werzer off his back foot. Comes back. It's intercepted. Picked off in front of the Heidelberg bench. Second interception for Werzer as the Adrian offense goes to the bench once again. Looked like it was Keyshawn Cunningham with the interception. At Heidelberg back in business.
Yeah, that's a mistake Werzer can't make there. Panic throw off his back foot, trying to make a play. Take the sack. Do whatever you can. You can't throw a turnover like that. And that, again, he didn't get a lot on that throw, just like what happened on the interception for the pick 6 earlier.
With that, we will pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're tuned in to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
To the presentation of Bulldog Football on ACTV and WVAC Adrian 107.9 FM, an Adrian College Media House production.
And on that play, young quarterback Drew Sims went deep, tight coverage by Tullis for the Bulldogs, and the pass went incomplete. Clock stops at 3:36 to play in our first half. So off the interception, Heidelberg with the ball, good field position. And look, Jay, now we're at 2 interceptions, a fumble, and a turnover on downs. 4 turnovers. That 24-0 score doesn't look so bad considering all those missed chances.
Yeah, but a lot of time here for Heidelberg. 1 more possession before half as they start off with a run.
Running back cuts it back, but Sam Madrid there for the AC defense. He'll make the tackle after a 2, maybe 3-yard pickup.
Man, it just seems like I know that was a good defensive stop there for Adrian, but it just seems like the Heidelberg offense and offensive lines and defensive lines are just dominating so much. They're getting so much pressure and forcing the Bulldog defense to play on their heels that that's one thing that's got to change in the second half.
I'm sure you saw 76 James Sweat take his defensive lineman about 10 yards down the field on that last play. He's in at right tackle. Sims going deep. He's got a man wide open. Caught at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He'll walk in for the score. Student Princes strike again off the Bulldog turnover. Pass caught by Dimitri Pennick. That's a Heidelberg touchdown. Just like that, it's 30-0. Late stages first half.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to see the replay on that as, again, just a blown coverage on the outside. I'm not sure exactly what our defense was looking at on that play, but a strike from Sims. And that's been that time he had the wind at his back, threw it right where he needed to. But that was an easy touchdown there for Heidelberg and not looking pretty now as fans starting to leave already for Adrian.
That's one of the few. To give the Bulldogs a little defensive credit, they've been at least within striking distance of the receivers. That play, the young man was wide open by about 10 yards.
Yeah, and we saw Adrian have that opportunity as well, but the difference has been just capitalizing on these mistakes by the opposing defenses.
And with the extra point by Brandon Steckel, that's good. Makes it 31-0. We'll pause for a 30-second timeout. You're tuned in to Bulldog Football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Welcome back to Docking Family Stadium on the campus of Adrian College here in Adrian, Michigan. I'm Ian Wentz, joined in the booth by Jay Hanna, bringing you Bulldog Football 2021. Adrian down big at home to number 24, Heidelberg University. The Student Princes up 31-0. 2:47 to play in this first half. The Bulldogs set to get the football back, trying to make up for the recent interception. It's a high end-over-end kick. This one will be fielded in the end zone. Bulldogs take a knee there. They'll start the drive. Trailing by multiple scores. Now the offense has been able to move that football, but as Jay has been talking about capitalizing on these opportunities, that's something the offense has not done. Give all the credit in the world to Heidelberg, but there were certainly points on the board left by the Adrian College offense. They'll look to atone for those earlier mistakes here with their senior Jack Werzer leading them down the field. Still no Jimmy Clark, the running back, number 20 for AC. He's been out with a left leg injury. Not sure exactly what it is. Don't want to diagnose it from the booth, but he has not been back on the field since. And Stephen Moses has been taken over as the main running back. And he'll get the play fake. Werzer short to Poyer. He gets tackled right away. Nice play out there on the edge by Heidelberg's number 1 on that play. That was Tremont Wiley. 1 yard gain.
Yeah, unfortunately the wind's kind of out of the sails here of the Bulldog offense. These little 1 yard pick and pops and stuff like that, they're going to have to start making a few plays and making them fast if they're going to get back into this game. Tight
trips formation to the wide side of the field. That's the right side of the offense. Wind picking up here in Adrian, Michigan. The skies are overcast right now. Werzer claps his hands twice, gets the snap. Here's Moses again off right tackle. Oh, I thought the football might have flew out, but instead a big hit. Moses is okay. He gets about 2 yards, bringing up a 3rd down and 6.
No, I'll tell you what, it's good to see Moses back out there. I mean, in the fall, or the spring, I should say, he had 500 yards, 7 touchdowns, 104 yards a game. You know, he's a big back, and he can take a beating like that, but we're getting past, you know, the real running attack point of this game, being down 31-0.
Jack Werzer alone in the shotgun. He stands at the 24, the ball at the 29-yard line. Bulldogs trailing big. They bring a safety blitz. Werzer slips the initial pressure, dives forward for a yard, maybe yard and a half. Receivers covered. Pressure there by the Student Princes. The Bulldogs will punt this one away. As the clock is at 1:11, we have a timeout on the field. Heidelberg trying to save some time here as they look to add to that score here before the half is over. With that, we'll take a timeout with them. Adrian College trails it here at home 31-0 here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
31-0 our score here at Adrian College. Ian Went, Jay Hanna with you here tonight. Bulldog offense staring at a 4th down situation. Austin Benke on to punt. Wind at his face, a really good snap and a not a solid punt. It hits the umpire at the 40-yard line. Things go from bad to worse for the Bulldogs. Benke shanks a punt right into the umpire. Hit off his foot and stayed right there at the 39-yard line. I mean, a team like Heidelberg doesn't need that many breaks to go their way, but I've never seen that. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's, like you said, Heidelberg doesn't need that, but now they're in field position with a minute to go to score before halftime.
Yeah, good thing they took that timeout, right? I mean, 63 seconds to go 39 yards.
I'll tell you what, though, I love the aggressiveness from Heidelberg. You know, it's the first half still, you know, try to build as big of a lead as you can, and a lot of teams would just simply take a knee and go in a half.
Bulldogs showing 3 down linemen, a whistle on the field. Adrian College wants to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. I believe we're going to check in with our sideline reporter right now. Here's Bailey Music. What's going on?
Hi guys, thank you. Bailey Merzick here again with your coverage of the Adrian Bulldogs and Heidelberg today. We are going into halftime. Score is 31-0 in favor of Heidelberg. Heidelberg, like I said earlier, top ranked in Division III as well as their own league. The last time these two teams met was in 2019, where Heidelberg took the victory again, 57-7. We will see if the Bulldogs can put any points on the board coming into the second half. Thanks guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Bailey, the sideline reporter here for us tonight.
She also does a little bit of work for you, right?
She does, yeah.
And she's
a news intern.
She's a student in my class. I mean, Bailey does a little bit of everything. Good to see her out there doing a little bit of sideline reporting. And that mic flag, I just want to point out, beautiful. I know people listening on the radio can't see it, but that mic flag just absolutely mwah.
Swiss Army knife. Bailey down there doing it all. Appreciate her reporting down there. Second all-time meeting between the two schools, as she mentioned, 2019, the first time. Here's a fake. Sims looking sideline. He throws it a little off target, and Bulldog linebacker right there. He may have had a chance at that one. It was Malik Ray, the senior from Hudson.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you're Heidelberg there, don't force anything, because a pick six right here, because that was that situation. The ball kind of floated. You don't want to see that right before half, but just Sims kind of got a little antsy there, I think, and we may see a run now after seeing that pass.
The running game has been working wonders for Heidelberg. Second down and 10, and it is just that. They're going to pick up 10, 15, rolling about 19 yards on that carry as a helmet has been dislodged, and that'll add another 15. But in this case, it'll be half the distance to the goal. They're looking at really good run on that play.
Well, unfortunately, the Bulldog defense didn't see the run coming right there.
And you did, Jay.
I did. Well, but I wouldn't have made the tackle. So that was a nice, strong run, and that's been the difference. I mean, just the overpowering strength of Heidelberg so far in this first half. I mean, you saw how far he drugged the Adrian defense on that play.
I believe that was Jaron Curtis on the carry. Number 0, rather. First time we've called his name. They're going a little deeper on that running back depth chart here in the final minute of the second quarter, leading 31-0. Clock now moving, 49 seconds to go. Clap of the hands, it's another run. Taking on a defender inside the 10, about the 7-yard line, as Sam Madrid collided with the young man Curtis. And Heidelberg will take yet another timeout. Be sure to keep it tuned in here for the halftime reports. Give you some stats, break down some analysis. It's coming up in a few minutes, but for now we'll take a 30-second timeout. 31-0 Heidelberg on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
All right, welcome back to Adrian College. Both teams in the middle of a timeout here. You know, they're Heidelberg clearly in field goal range, Jay, at this point, and Adrian can't quite afford to give up another touchdown here late stages in the first half here. They're looking at a 2nd down and 6. It's almost a need to keep them out of the end zone situation.
Yeah, if you want to have a shot in the second half, a turnover would be great right here, but definitely a stop, force a field goal, just to have a little bit of positive morale even heading into the second half.
The quarterback Sims so far 165 yards through the air, but it's really been the rushing attack for Heidelberg. Yerby with 86 yards so far in this contest. Sims will throw back corner, post route, caught, touchdown, Student Princes right on that back end, and he's going to get a flag for waving to the Bulldog fans. He's going to keep dancing. Number 7 caught that pass in the end zone. That was Maceo Matthews Jr., the senior from Miami, Florida. Catches the touchdown to make it 37-0. Waves up at the Bulldog student section, and this will be enforced on the kickoff, Jay.
Yeah, good camera work over there by our own Liam Reef on ACTV. Like we said, we're on the ACSN, Adrian College Sports Network. Doing a great job all around. Thank you to Matt Kibbe, our director, putting out fires as we talk. Ian, you're putting out fires as we talk as well. Just everyone doing multiple jobs, and unfortunately for Adrian College fans, this isn't exactly how they wanted to see it turn out, but I think Heidelberg has every right to showboat a little bit there, up now 37-0 before halftime.
And they're having a lengthy discussion at the Adrian College 2-yard line. The touchdown will count. It's a matter of enforcing a penalty at the end of the play. You would think it's just a 15-yarder added to the ensuing kickoff, but I don't know if they're talking about something more or something different.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either, because it's taken a long time here.
It looks like a simple unsportsmanlike conduct. We have the number if you want it. Tune into the broadcast. They saw it. He looked right at him and threw it. I'll go over and talk to both coaches, see what Jim Deere wants to do. I didn't think they had an option of how to enforce the penalty.
I think Coach Deere probably just wants to go to the locker room.
Yeah, instead of the penalty, can we take off 33.7 seconds? No, sir. Per the NCAA, cannot do that.
I did not hear what he just said. Oh,
there's multiple
they
unsportsmanlike.
just called pretty much the entire Heidelberg offense for unsportsmanlike conduct on that play.
So, Jay, what they were doing is writing down all the numbers of the players with the unsportsmanlike. And look, we talk about the coaching adjustments and things that the Bulldogs can do for the second half of next week. If you're Heidelberg, you're vying for a conference championship, right? This year, you played for it last year, took on Mount Union, and lost in that contest. So you have goals out there. I get it, you caught the touchdown, but there's not room for that in a situation like this. So you caught the pass. We see you're up 37-0. The fans see it. They're going to be fans, right? They're going to talk on both sides.
Well, I can tell you, I think that Coach Donaldson's going to have a chat with his guys about that. Obviously, a lot to be proud of, a lot to be happy about here in the first half. But yeah, when you have that big of a penalty, anything that gives Adrian a little bit of momentum, you don't want to see. And we'll see where the kickoff comes from, because this is a normal extra point.
Yes.
But they may be kicking from their own end zone with all those numbers that they added onto that.
And a flag comes out here before the extra point. So it holds at 37-0. 33.7 seconds remain in our first half, and a false start against the Student Princes will back up this PAT 5 yards. Be sure to tune in for our halftime report to start the halftime. We'll split off into our different ACSN affiliates, and we'll bring it back here for the second half. Jay and I will break down half number 1 and look forward to half number 2. As the kick went up,
I think they're getting a big applause for catching that.
Yeah. I was going to say, Jay, he made it. It's 38-0, but a fan out there or someone with the chain crew caught that football.
I think it was just as they were walking by, too, so it's pretty
Hey, look
smooth.
what I found.
That was the biggest applause we've heard from the Adrian College fans today.
Yeah, it's been a while. They've had chances. Bulldog offense getting ready for this next drive. They have 2 timeouts remaining, 33.7 seconds to go in the first half. And Jay, we'll see where they put this kickoff. I don't know if they stack on top of each other, but we definitely heard multiple numbers called off. Instead, they'll mark it back just 15 yards. Kicker places it at the 20. Wind at the back of the Student Princes here. And the Wind has something to say about the football standing up. They say nope. Wind is picking up here, as we mentioned earlier. Just a slight chance for rain here on game night in Adrian. There's always a chance for rain, isn't there?
Yes. Adrian, Michigan.
You never know.
The drain.
Ball on the tee. Leather in the air. It's a short kick due to the penalty. Fielded by Kujawa at the 20-yard line, up over the 30. 35-yard line, that's where he's hit and tackled down. As things are starting to get a little rowdy there on the Heidelberg sideline.
Well, how about Jace Grossman making that play on the punt or the kickoff coverage team, the senior tailback making a play and showing that Heidelberg's here not messing around. Just a big-time hit, and I got to think that Coach Deere is going to run this one out and go to half.
You see their offensive coordinator, Harry
Bailey. Yeah, that's a tough one.
That was tough.
Yeah, you want to say
I've
Haley.
been saying that for years, Jay. Tripped up right now. It's okay.
Coach Bailey, a big supporter of ACTV, though, and I should say the Adrian College Sports Network. Always love seeing him down there on the sidelines.
Giving direction to his offense. Heidelberg showing pressure. They'll bring it. Picked up. Werzer has to step up into the pocket. Rolling to his right. He'll take off with it up over the 40. Chassé, moves inside of the 45-yard line, maybe the 46. And the Bulldogs will take a timeout here with 15.3 to go in the first half. Bulldogs trail at 38-0. We will take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more football here on the ACSN.
Bulldog fans connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
And with that, we welcome you back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wentz, Jay Hanna here with you tonight. And, of course, the crew across all of the affiliates of the Adrian College Sports Network bringing you Bulldog football here tonight. 38-0 the score. AC looking to add a score before the end of the half. They will get the ball to start the third quarter. Mercer in the shotgun. Has a pocket. Throws a laser beam. Oh, what a nice catch at the 45. Tackled at the 38, but an excellent reception made by Cole Sessler. That's a first down and 10. 9.5 seconds to play in this first half, and a timeout called. Last one for the Bulldogs, so maybe one more quick pass and then one to the end zone as we're nearing the end of the first half. Again, tune in for the halftime report. We'll have some stats and we'll break down this one. Maybe look at some scores from around America as college football kicking off around the country this weekend. Michigan winning big today. Michigan State winning big last night. See some thumbs up and thumbs down from the crew.
All I got to say is Ohio State is every bit as good as advertised, and they're going to roll through the Big Ten as usual, so that's all that matters.
14-point win over Minnesota.
Covered the spread.
The other night.
Covered the spread.
Oh, I thought it was 14.5.
Nope.
You got it at, what, 13.5?
14.0.
Nice.
I didn't get it.
Well, they didn't cover it, then they pushed.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It works.
They won. Losing at the half. All right, here we go. Werzer. Can he escape? No, he cannot. He'll go down. That will expire the second quarter clock. Both teams head to the locker room. All Heidelberg in this first half. It's 38-0 over the Adrian College Bulldogs. We'll take a 60-second timeout. And then to your ACSN affiliate for the halftime report here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
All right, good luck, man.
Switch your bitch ass up.
And choreography was crafted by senior dancer Erin Esther Houston. They are so excited to be back on the field, so please welcome your Adrian College dance team. ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your 2020-2021 Adrian College Dance Day.
Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
Controlled environment.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. A time of great significance, of growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as very special years. Never experienced before you arrive today and never replicated after you leave.
And welcome back. It's halftime here at Docking Family Stadium. 38-0 our score in favor of the visitors from Heidelberg University. Hello and welcome to Adrian College football on the Adrian College Sports Network. I'm Ian Wentz. Jay Hanna in the booth with me. We'll be joined by Destin here in a few minutes, right? We'll be on for the third quarter.
No, Destin's all ready to go. Do we got
he's
Destin
ready to go. Oh, there he is. I thought he was coming in the booth. He's all set up over there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, we welcome you into the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep.
So
let me introduce him real quick. Destin Foy, member of my class. He is a senior here at Adrian College. Does a lot with WVAC radio. Destin knows his stuff. Getting him a little bit of airtime here at halftime and the third quarter. So back to the halftime break here. Obviously, kind of a tale of two teams right now. 38-0, Heidelberg on top of Adrian College. And a big difference has been the quarterback play between the two teams. As you take a look at, if you're watching at home on ACSN, Jack Werzer, 7 of 17, 2 interceptions, 80 yards. Those 2 interceptions, the one was a pick six. That was a big deal. And Drew Sims for Heidelberg, 8 of 20, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns. That couple big plays there has been kind of the difference in this.
Yeah, it really has. And Jack Werzer, to be honest, has struggled at some points in this one with those 2 turnovers. He did have a fumble earlier on in the contest.
Yeah, true. And also a big thing for me is also defensively, we got to get a lot better. We can't stop the run. We're not stopping the pass either. 38 points in one half just is unacceptable if you want to win this game.
Yeah, and you take a look, if you break down to the stats, 17 first downs Heidelberg, 6 for Adrian. The rushing yards were a big difference in this one. 41 yards for Adrian, 141 for Heidelberg. It's just been a little bit disappointing to see the difference in the lines. I mean,
Right.
Heidelberg's offensive line is gigantic. Their defensive line's getting a lot of pressure. It just seems like the Adrian's kind of getting out-muscled up front.
And it seems like after that first play and the first score, it seems like our Adrian team has just been low on energy. It seems like on both sides of the ball, we're not coming to play. We don't have that intensity that Adrian football is known for. Coach Deere is always is an intense person himself. So you would expect the team to take on that persona, but, it looks like they kind of rolled over a little bit.
In my opinion, it seems like the game completely changed on the Jaguars or fumble as Adrian was driving. They were down 7-0. Adrian was driving down the field. That fumble set it up for another Heidelberg score, and it just seems like since then you had the pick six. Everything's kind of spiraled downwards since then.
It's been a domino effect for sure. I would love for Adrian to come out with some more intensity and try to put some points on the board. It's not impossible. Heidelberg scored 38 in the first half. We could score 40-something in the second half. Who knows?
That's
we just
right.
got to get a lot of stops and put the ball in the end zone finally.
I'll tell you what, Destin, I like the optimism out of you there. Just really, this is a non-conference game, opening game of the season. This game in the grand scheme of things may not mean anything. Obviously it's a wake-up call for the Adrian College offense and defense, but in the grand scheme of things, they have NCAA championships in their sights. They have some tough conference opponents coming up, but just try to get things better for that situation, I guess.
Yeah, especially if, even though you say this is not a conference opponent, you still want to bring in some of the energy you want to bring forward to your conference opponents as well.
Bulldogs looking to flip the script on the number 24th ranked team in Division III football. We'll see what they can do after this 30-second timeout. It's 38-0 Heidelberg on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
Second half kickoff moments away. Adrian College will receive it. They trail big at home here, 38-0. It's been all Heidelberg in the first half, and obviously you want to put points on the board and get back into this contest, but I think number one is get out of this game healthy, right? And number two is execute. Sometimes you don't look at that scoreboard. Do what you do on that play, right? As Bill Belichick says, do your job.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I believe it was Jimmy Clark that suffered the ankle injury earlier in this one, so no further injuries. We haven't seen Jimmy come back out since then. Be healthy. Just try to play better in the second half. Try to win the second half and take some positives out of that at least.
Yeah, win your battles, right? You have to block that defensive end. You go out and do it. But we'll see the offense first as a fair catch is called for, and it was made near the end zone. It will be a touchback. Ball to go out to get the Bulldog possession going here. With that, we'll send it down to our sideline reporter, Bailey Mruzik, with a hockey player who's out here on the football field. Is he lost, Bailey?
I don't. Probably around here.
Hi, guys. Thank you. I'm Bailey Mruzik here reporting live sideline here at this Adrian Heidelberg matchup. I am here with Connor May, who plays on the hockey team, and I understand you just did something pretty incredible here a few minutes ago.
I just try and do something incredible every day, and, this was my one thing for today.
Can you tell us what you just did?
I saw Heidelberg going for the kick, and, I just figured right place, right time, put my hands up, and it was fate.
Yeah, so I wish we could play the video, but he caught a very good field goal when Heidelberg kicked it. He was all the way in the back of the bleachers, and I'd like to think that he was a football player in his past life, but you weren't, correct?
No, I just strictly hockey, but, Coach has us in the gym every day. We're working hard, and we're just kind of ready for every situation, All right.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that little segment. Now back to you.
And here's Stephen Moses right off the draw here. He's inside the 40, the 30, Stephen Moses showing off the wheels. He's deep inside Heidelberg territory. And the good luck from Connor May is rubbing off onto this football team as Stephen Moses breaks off a big run. It's a first down inside the 20.
Man, maybe we should interview hockey players more often. That was a great run from Stephen Moses on the outside. After a 9-yard gain the play previously, that time they switched sides, went down the right side, and just broke free.
It's great. They finally got some, changed the energy. Hopefully some momentum going. Hopefully we can get some points on the end zone now.
The third play of this drive already at the Heidelberg 14-yard line. 2 run plays to the former linebacker Stephen Moses. Will there be 3? No, it's a fake. Werzer being harassed in the backfield. He's all the way back to the 25. He'll throw it toward the sideline. Incomplete.
Yeah, great job by Werzer. Nothing there. And he actually did not have a receiver on the right side of the field. So good job just getting rid of that. And can't have any more turnovers. You want to stand a chance. I'm not saying they're completely out of this game yet, but any turnovers, any situation like that, the game-shifting momentum plays, that will pretty much kind of put a nail in the coffin.
This offense was in the red zone in the first half, and they went for it on 4th down. A drop pass in the end zone. So points left out there on the field. Here's Jack Werzer on the handoff. Some speed over the left edge. Can he get the corner? No, he cannot. But a decent effort by the Bulldog running back on that play. Looked like number 27 in your program. As I'm fumbling through papers here, Jay.
Well, I can tell you number 27 is definitely not on Adrian College's roster.
Okay. Then all my efforts are for nothing.
But I will say that was, I believe, for Heidelberg making the play on that was number 2, Griffin Pendry, the defensive back, another guy from Perrysburg, Ohio, coming out. Great pursuit on the outside and forcing, a short gain.
Brings up a 3rd down and 4. Adrian knocking on the door at the 9-yard line of Heidelberg University. Here's Werzer back to throw. Dumps out into the flat and an excellent open field tackle made by number 22 on that play.
Yeah, Ruldi Purelis making the tackle on that one. Come from Miami, Florida. Great speed, but there is a flag on the field.
It's near where the tackle was made. A flag at about the 12-yard line. They get a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct against Heidelberg.
I think they ended up calling that on Purelis, who made the tackle.
Must have taunted or something after the play. I don't know exactly what he did.
Yeah, it ended up being a personal foul. So that's a big first down, though, for Adrian College.
It is. Yeah, they go from a 4th and long to a 1st and 10 inside the 10-yard line.
Now, that almost just went really bad for Adrian because you don't want to get all the way to the red zone and just end up with 3 points. You want to get the full 7, especially being down 38-0.
Yeah, and again, you're at this point now where field goals just don't do much for your morale, and obviously they're going to try to stick it in for 6. But this is about I think the 3rd time Adrian College has been in the red zone so far today, and no points on the board just yet.
Nothing going on the first down play. Bring up a 2nd down and goal situation. First possession of this second half for the Adrian College Bulldog football team. They trail at home here 38-0. Clock moving at 12:15 in the 3rd.
This is a must-score drive right here. Must score.
It's a 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. Werzer in the shotgun with his running back on his left hip. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Checking the defense here. 2 seconds and 1 on the play clock. Werzer gets it off. Going slant. Caught. Reaches over. Touchdown, Adrian College. They find pay dirt with 11:51 to play in the 3rd quarter. What a strike from Jack Werzer.
Yeah, it was a good adjustment as well on the outside. I believe I did not see. I think that was Sesslar making the catch, and it was a backside throw on the slant. It was a little behind him, so a great adjustment to catch and extend across for the touchdown.
The 6'3" solid placement for this ball to start the drive. Officials coming together to talk about it.
So right now, Heidelberg getting set up about the 41-yard line. Apologize for the little bit of technical difficulties on the Adrian College Sports Network. A lot of people on the internet here, no big deal. 11:45 to go, 38-7. Heidelberg. First adversity they faced so far, Adrian College with a score, and we'll see how they handle it.
Here's a run fake, a pass caught with a big hit on the edge. Takes a couple of dogs to bring him down. as that's a pretty good pickup there by number 7. That's Matthews Jr. He caught that touchdown right toward the end of the first half. Makes a nice play there.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Adrian College defenders are wanting to hit him pretty hard after the taunting penalty earlier in the game. But he is a big body. You saw him just kind of absorb that contact and keep moving.
6 foot, a $190 from Miami, Florida. Here's a run fake and a pass out on the edge. Some blocking there is nicely done, and Bulldogs push him out of bounds on the Heidelberg sideline around the 45. We'll call it the 46-yard line. That's good enough for a Student Prince's first down.
And I just continue to see receivers blocking so well on the outside for the Student Princes, and that's just setting up these big gains that should be eliminated pretty quick.
3 out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Sims goes middle, catch by Grossman, the halfback. Second down and medium, 5-yard reception to the Adrian 41.
And Destin, one thing that you were pointing out was trying to show a little bit more energy in the second half. We saw it offensively. Now it's time for the defense to kind of step up.
Yeah, this Heidelberg team, their offense is just a well-oiled machine. You know, they can run the ball, they can throw the ball, they can beat you in so many different ways that you have to find a way. Like right there, that's a perfect opportunity for a turnover right there that just ends up in a great big play for Heidelberg.
A huge run off that bubble screen as there was excellent blocking on the edge. A correction on the last reception. It was Nick Coffer, the tight end, with the reception, but there the wide receiver doing his thing. They're already inside the Adrian 20, down to the 17-yard line, 1st and 10.
There was a block in the back on the outside there that was not called that kind of sprung that loose, but you got to be aggressive defensively and try to make a play.
Sims pump fakes, throws, end zone, caught, touchdown, Student Princes. That's the big tight end, cashing in for 6 points, and Heidelberg responds right away. That is Nick Coffer, the senior tight end from Willard, Ohio.
Now, those screens plays can be really tough to cover because you don't want to over-pursue the ball, but you also don't want to give your receiver an open lane straight to the end zone, just like on those last 2 plays there. You saw a corner come down and over-pursue and left their guy wide open, and we got a Heidelberg touchdown again.
Yeah, great job kind of sitting in the opening there by the tight end and, you know, taking the hit. And, you know, we saw an Adrian College touchdown, but Heidelberg answers right back.
Heidelberg has eclipsed the 40-point mark. They lead it here on the road, 45-7, 10:08 to go in this third quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
We welcome you back to Docking Family Stadium on the campus of Adrian College for week 1 of the college football season. Ian Wentz, Jay Hanna up in the booth here. Third man on the broadcast crew. Jay, you're your student.
Destin Foy.
That's right.
Yeah, Destin, senior, like we said, from Adrian College here. He is big-time work on WVAC, our radio station at the campus, and looking to get involved on the broadcast, getting him involved here in the third quarter. You're going to see a lot of that throughout the season. Get some students involved on the broadcast. Man, you don't need to hear my voice that much. I'd be happy to step aside for a few times.
Yes, we do.
Well, you like hearing
Come on,
that.
yeah. We stand like a foot from each other, so we have to like it.
Just wait till we make that 5.5-hour drive to Hanover next week.
I'm ready for the Finlandia drive.
That's 3 weeks away. We're not talking about
Okay, we won't think about that. All right, a fair catch was called for and made. That'll move the ball up to the 25-yard line on that kickoff. So Adrian College, they take their first drive of the third quarter, go down and score. What did you like about that initial drive?
And I just think that they used the run to set up the pass. Like I said earlier in this game, sprung one long run, and all of a sudden passing routes were open here as Werzer gets a lot of time to throw, but
double coverage, Kajawa right there. But yeah, double covered. Safety and corner were blanketing the young Bulldog receiver. I mean, there was good coverage all over the place, Jay. Really nowhere obvious to throw that ball.
I think that was a frustration throw from Werzer. He had all that time, and he was just looking for somewhere to throw. Perfect coverage in the back there. That should have been intercepted. I believe back deep there, that was number 47, Darren Davis, I think, as a linebacker back there that hit him in the face mask. And so just good defense there from Heidelberg, and they're going to give up that throw all day.
But you don't want to get too frustrated and give up a turnover like you have before also in this game, down 45-7.
Exactly.
2 pulling guards on this play. It's a run off right tackle. It'll give them 5 yards. The Bulldog running back, we're number 27 here tonight.
One thing about the Heidelberg offense that's been so impressive, that it seems like they have a really good rhythm going throughout this entire game. And that's just something that Adrian just can't put together. A good string of plays. Now, that last drive was maybe the first drive this entire game. We've got a nice string of plays that led to a touchdown. But all these broken plays, the interceptions, just the sacks, just won't get it done against a really good team like Heidelberg.
Bulldogs faced with a 3rd and 5 at their own 30-yard line. Wurzer alone in the shotgun. Stands at his 25, the senior from Pinckney, Michigan. Feels the pressure early, rolls left, throws it across his body. A nice catch by number 7. The young man who caught the touchdown pass, Sessler. That's a first down for Adrian up over the 35.
Well, I'll tell you, I pointed out the missed block in the back earlier on Heidelberg. There was
Yes.
a missed hold right there on Adrian College that allowed Wurzer to get out wide. But not a whole lot of penalties outside of the personal fouls in this one so far. As Adrian now trying to put together the second long drive in a row.
We do have a name for number 27, the running back. I'll give it to you here in a moment. Wurzer rolling to his right, throws down the field. He's got a receiver, but he underthrew it. Was it picked off? No, it's out of play. Number 27 playing running back right now. I just grabbed the name. That's Corin Scherer, the young man, number 27, seeing some action with Jimmy Clark out of the contest. Not sure the extent of the leg injury, but he was dealing with something, looked like lower leg. But with a score of 45-7, I don't know that you necessarily need to put Jimmy Clark back out there.
And good coverage deep there by Tremont Wiley, the defensive back for Heidelberg. Kind of ran the route for his intended target on that play and almost had an interception. 2nd and
10 at the Adrian College, 41. 45-7 is our score. 8:49 to go in the third. Receiver and quarterback not on the same page. The same book, but not the right page. As Wurzer's incomplete, looking for Sessler on that left sideline.
Yeah, that was one where that was a oh my God throw right there. Jack Wurzer just got rid of it.
I hope he's looking.
Yes, because he was about to get hit hard blindside. Good job recognizing the blitz, but we saw him force that one ball earlier that led to an interception when he saw pressure. This time he threw it to the spot where only his receiver could get, so not a bad incompletion.
3rd down and 10 to go. Heidelberg showing blitz in the A gap right over the center, Ben Pelletier. They back out. They rush 3. 4 rushes late. Wurzer nowhere to go. Looking for a block. He gets one, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Maybe a yard on the play for the senior quarterback. 3rd down and 9 coming up.
This Adrian O-line needs to do a lot better job of protecting the quarterback. Wurzer has been able to save a lot of plays with his legs, but, you don't want to get him hit big where he gets hurt the first game, but you want to be competitive, so you guys got to hold these big D linemen.
Yeah, and not a whole lot of room for Wurzer to do much of anything on that play because, rolling out to your left side and just nowhere to get the throw off. And just, another nice punt, no turnover, just positives to look at if you're Adrian.
Austin Benke lets it fly. It hits around the 35 and rolls inside the 25. They'll knock it down at the 24-yard line. That's where Heidelberg will start things off with 8.5 to go in our third quarter. It's 45-7 Bulldogs trailing.
Yeah,
you got it in there.
Yeah, we'll see how Adrian College responds defensively after another nice Heidelberg offensive drive. Like I keep saying it, try to find some things that you can take into next week because Hanover's a tough team too that they're going to see really tough non-conference schedule for Adrian College this season. But I mean the MIAA's big challenge as well.
Yes, absolutely. Tune-ups for conference play. In the end, that's all that matters. Picked to finish 5th by the coaches in the MIAA this season. Here's a run on 1st down off the right side. Cuts it back left for a few yards. Pushing ahead for a couple more. Bulldogs in on that tackle. Quite a few. DeAndre Jennings in there to finish things off.
One thing I've noted about this Adrian defense is that I know Coach Deere is going to be very upset when he looks at the film and see how many missed tackles, missed assignments his guys have made today because, honestly, that's been a really big factor of this big deficit tonight.
Yeah, you got to stop those big plays from happening, that's for sure. And I just got to think as going to be about a 5-6 yard run for a first down here for Heidelberg. I got to think we're not going to see a ton more passing from Drew Sims here. He's shown everything that he's needed to show so far in this game, and I think that Heidelberg just wants to, the same thing as Adrian, get out of here healthy and unscathed.
I couldn't agree more, and I think we'll at some point get to the situation where we need to dig through the roster to see who's making runs and throwing passes here, probably for both teams as they look ahead to week 2. Heidelberg, 1st and 10, here's a throw out wide, caught, good blocking out there again, Jay. This will be an easy first down for Heidelberg into Adrian territory. They finally tackled the young man at the 40-yard line. That's a easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Ian, we are 100% professionals, so we will be on the money on every call, no matter who is out on the field.
That's right, Jay. Thank you.
Heidelberg is running these screenplays to perfection tonight.
Yes, that was perfectly drawn up, and like Ian pointed out, great blocking on the outside there by the receivers, and that's just the difference in this game so far. It's just the fundamentals that Heidelberg continue to knock down. Just Adrian unable to block out in the open field. Heidelberg makes blocks out in the open field. Missed tackles, Heidelberg's making tackles. That's pretty much, all it is.
And, you go back to, maybe you played high school football. Maybe you played collegiate football. You should get everyone involved on the blocking drills. The Oklahoma drill. Everyone loves it. There's other blocking drills. You need to put your corners and receivers out there as well, and we're seeing it pay off for Heidelberg. Here's a pass over the middle. Catch made inside the 20. Dragging defenders around the 15-yard line. He will not go down, and they'll blow the plate dead as the reception made by
Deion Bradley, freshman from Fremont, Ohio.
Did you cover him too down in Ohio?
Man, I covered everybody.
Okay.
This Heidelberg offense is literally just toying with the Adrian defense right now, and it's almost kind of sad to watch.
I do believe that was who I said it was, unless it was number 85, Oliver Kelleher that made that catch. 85-88 looks the same. Like I said, professionals we are.
Absolutely. 1st and 10. Bulldogs get a negative rush out of this Heidelberg offense, and the tackle right there for number 32, that's Jack MacArthur, one of those Bulldog linebackers. Very active around the football. Said his name a lot last year. For the Bulldog defense, for the majority of that spring season, Jay, they played really good ball, and they gave them chances to win games late.
Free play. Oh, nope, they're not going to give it to him.
I think the lineman made contact. It's Adrian Kirkland, looked like number 35, got a little too antsy off the edge. Should move this 5 yards closer to the end zone.
In the red zone, down 45-7, you do not want to give up 3 yards.
There we go. They stopped you right in your tracks there, Destin. False start.
Apparently there was a reason that the young man moved early, Kirkland, so my bad. He went because he saw a lineman go.
It is your bad.
I'll own it. I couldn't see a lineman twitch. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 15. Here's a pass deep to the end zone. Oh, it's yard free. My goodness, what a big hit on the back end of that play, because that had 6 points written all over it.
What a great defense play, but I was just astonished at how the heck he fit the ball in there. There was 3 defenders there. That was a perfect throw, and another second, and it might have been a touchdown, but great defensive play there by the Bulldogs to force the ball out. Just Drew Sims continues to kind of throw in tight windows and make plays happen. We'll see 3rd and 15 here. Adrian College obviously be plenty happy with the field goal attempt.
Yeah, it would be a lot better for the score to be 48 than to be in the 50s before the 4th quarter, for sure.
That's right.
It looked like it may have been Bryce Tullis on that big hit on that last defensive play. Here's a 3rd down. The crowd getting into it here. 3rd and long. Sims throws. Caught short of the line to gain and a tackle right away. Inside the 10 at the 8-yard line was that reception, but the Bulldog linebacker right there to tackle his man, and we'll see the field goal unit in all likelihood for Heidelberg.
Yeah, I thought Drew Sims wanted to hang out there. Go for it, but it's actually Bridget Klein out there for the hold.
25-yard attempt. 2nd field goal attempt of this game. See the snap, the hold, the kick, all 3 executed to perfection. That's a three-point drive capped off by Brandon Skeckles' field goal. It's good. Makes it 48-7 now. Heidelberg University leads it. Third quarter, 8:30 to go in it. You're listening to the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
We welcome you back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Off the Heidelberg field goal, makes it 48-7 in favor of the number 24th ranked team. According to the D3Football.com preseason poll, the Heidelberg University Student Princes lead the Adrian College Bulldogs here in week one at 48-7, 4:30 to go in this third quarter. Hello and welcome, everyone. Ian Wendt, Jay Hanna on the call with you here tonight, and the whole crew with ACSN putting in some work tonight. The run up and the kick, it's a high kick. Fielded at the 2-yard line, running this one back for the Bulldogs. Up to the 10, 15, runs into a couple people there and around the 18-yard line. That's where the offense will get things started on this possession.
Well, I can tell you, in these commercial breaks, I've made quite a few sprints around the stadium, and I can confirm it is starting to sprinkle.
See a little rain here on the banner.
I thought that was my energy drink I spilled earlier.
Sorry. Did we catch that on the mic? That's pretty loud.
That was me dropping a pretty expensive lens, but we won't talk about that one.
Ooh. You're just messing up all day today, aren't you, Jay?
I'll tell you what. But we're professionals. I'm just going to keep saying it.
Quote, unquote.
If you keep saying it, eventually it might come true. 1st and 10 from the Adrian College 18. It's the senior quarterback, Jack Werzer, in the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's a give. Running back off left tackle, finds some running room and brought down at the 25-yard line. Young man, number 27 with that carry once again. That's Corin Scherer.
We're getting a nice little chunks amount of yards here with these few runs, but we just got to put a string of plays together and just get a rhythm going. Like, this Heidelberg offense is hitting us with so many different variety of plays, and we just run the ball, pass the ball, and then punt it. This is just not a good system to win football games consistently, for sure.
Second down and a long three. It's another run. Hit in the backfield. It's really close to that first down yardage. Scherer with the carry, and there's a flag at the end of the play.
I was actually watching that one. That one's going to be a personal foul in Heidelberg. Now, Adrian did block a little bit after the whistle, but it's always that retaliation. I think that was number 32 for Heidelberg, which is Spencer Raybeck, that actually gave kind of the initial retaliation shot there.
Happens in sports all the time, Jay. As you said, it's always the second hit that they see. Never the first. And you're right, it is on number 32 for the Student Princes. So instead of a 3rd and short, it's a first down for the Adrian College offense as they look to move down the field as they did earlier this quarter. Right now, 3:39 to go in this third quarter, 48-7, our score.
For this game to be competitive, Adrian almost has to score. Not almost, they have to score every possession now for the rest of this game.
Like I said, Destin, I love your optimism.
Becomes simple math at this point. All right, here we go. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Poyer, the tight end, tight to the line. Werzer in the shotgun, claps his hands. The snap from Pelletier. Throws it out there. Preston Smith with a catch. Looks to be a first down yardage for the young man. They will move the sticks into Heidelberg territory at the 45-yard line.
That was a play there that I think that if it was not 48-7, that would have been offensive pass interference. Made a lot of separation on that play. Adrian's going to take whatever they can get, though. Is a good dime there from Jack Werzer. And, just, again, positives to take away.
First down and 10 to go at the Heidelberg 45-yard line. Werzer standing on Bruiser's forehead here at Kapnick Field. Senior takes the snap. Feels some pressure off the edge. Jumps up into the pocket. What elusiveness from young Werzer There he goes at the 35 to 30. Wurzer at the 25 to 20. Cuts to the outside. The crowd is on their feet. He's inside the 15-yard line. That's some vintage Jack Wurzer right there. Turns a sack into big yardage. The senior from Pinckney getting it done.
I do absolutely love the crowd sticking around here in the mist, in the rain. 2.5 minutes to play, down by 41. Good, strong support from the Adrian College faithful, and a great play from Wurzer.
One of my favorite things about Jack is his ability to create plays out of nothing. You know, that was almost a broken play. He would have got sacked there, but the skill to be able to just break down and just gain so many yards gives us a great chance to score right here with the last 2 minutes left of this quarter.
Inside the red zone, mark it at the 13, the left hash mark. Bulldogs looking to string together 2 scoring drives in this third quarter. Wurzer gives up the middle, cuts back inside the 10. Solid running right there. Good blocking up the middle, led by Pelletier, the center. Inching ever so closer to that goal line, and 6 points.
Keeping up with the optimism here, man, Jack's legs look really good. So for this being the first game, our run game will hopefully get a lot more work done, and maybe, you know, we can be a lot better next week.
Yeah, I tell you, his legs look real good for being here for 15 years playing quarterback.
2nd down and 1. Wurzer gives a tackle in the backfield, going nowhere on that 2nd down play. In on that tackle for Heidelberg, the defensive back, Tremont Wiley. Also number 33 in on that play, Garrett Myers, the linebacker.
And, of course, at this stage of the game, you don't want to put Jack in any situations where he can get hurt. But it will be interesting to see in games coming up if the offense uses his legs as a weapon more often than not.
We did see that a lot in the spring, a lot of Jack Wurzer design runs, and he was having a little bit of problems holding on to the football. But obviously, we see a lot of slides there. He ran out of bounds. He's doing a good job with that.
Wurzer back to pass, 3rd down and 3. Feels the pressure. He'll step up in the pocket. Fakes, runs inside the 5. He'll be wrapped up and tackled right there. Might be enough for a 1st down. And it is. It'll be a 1st and goal Bulldogs. Great run by Wurzer. Getting through that line of scrimmage, getting the necessary yardage.
Well, and that was a play, Destin, you were just talking about there. Wurzer not trying to put himself in any situation to get hurt. That was a little scary, going head first towards the goal line there, but a good job. He kind of absorbed the contact and took minimal damage there.
I mean, you're down by almost 40 points. You want to get something out of nothing at this point. You want to get something to get your team just involved. Look at the sideline. No one's talking. No one's moving. It's just dead out there on the Adrian
Here's
sideline.
the snap on a 1st and goal. Wurzer keeps, dives, touchdown Bulldogs. Jack Wurzer off the right side. Ran it down there, and he ran it in. Bulldogs 13 points up on the scoreboard. There's some positive momentum to take away from that drive. And the senior from Pinckney finds pay dirt. It's now 48-13. Bulldogs with the score.
Well, I think with that one run, Jack Wurzer is the leading rusher on the team so far today. Not a whole lot of rushing success for Adrian. Well, I take that back. Was it Moses that had the long run down the right side? I don't have the stats pulled up in front of me right now, but we'll have them in 7 seconds here. So
Wurzer from 2 yards out gives Adrian their 13th point, and Cooper West will give them their 14th. Makes the score 48-14. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's player of the game.
Jack Wurzer touchdown run gives the Bulldogs the score. They still trail it big at home here. Final moments, third quarter. It's 48-14. Heidelberg University with the lead. Ian Went, Jay Hanna, and Destin in the booth with us here for this third quarter. Glad to have him along for the ride this third quarter. It's been good luck for the Bulldog offense.
Well, that's right, Destin, but in 7 seconds you're done.
Fill out your timesheet, go home.
No, Destin's done a great job in there, and I'm sure we'll hear from him more during the season. as Heidelberg going to start off offensively here in the fourth quarter, I believe. Yes, the clock run out, and so they'll get a start on the other side of the field with good field position.
Yeah, just about the 40-yard line, so great position for the Student Princes. We'll be back with quarter number 4. Put on your rally caps. It's 48-14. Bulldogs trail here at home. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Fourth quarter moments away here on the Adrian College Sports Network. 48-14, Heidelberg leads. Before we get back to the action, let's send it down to Bailey Music. She's with Dr. Frank Rebar. And we'll hear from Bailey here as we move through this fourth quarter. Heidelberg on the ground to get things underway. Carry up over the 50-yard line. And number 0 on that carry, that's Jaron Curtis with the carry. As Bridger Klein is in at quarterback for Heidelberg University. 5'11" junior. Hails from Kilbuck, Ohio. Went to West Holmes High School. Student Princes content on working that play clock down. This is a fake run and a pass out to the edge. It's caught, but a knee on the turf will kill the play right there. A solid reception, though, by Treharn, senior from Canton, Ohio. It's enough for a first down for Heidelberg as they operate with 14:05 to go in this fourth quarter. Get the play call in from their sideline. 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 46. In the pistol formation, the quarterback gives up the middle. Solid blocking, is up over the 35. Oh, hurdles a man at the 35. What a fantastic run there for number 0. That's Jaron Curtis again. It's enough for a Heidelberg first down. Showing some athleticism on that carry. The 5'9" junior. 210 pounds. Got airborne on that carry. Calling the play in to Klein, the new quarterback in, as Drew Sims' evening is done here. 3 brilliant quarters of football from him. Klein in the shotgun with Curtis at running back. Klein feels some pressure, shakes off one tackler, but gets dragged down by the Bulldog linebacker. That's number 41 making that tackle, Nate Shaw. I believe we have Bailey? We do have Bailey. We'll send it down to the sideline with Bailey Merzick with Dr. Frank Rebar.
Vice President and Director of Student Affairs. And Frank, can you tell us just a little bit about the energy we have here in the stadium and just the full crowd we have?
Yeah, we have a great crowd tonight. Campus is really abuzz right from the beginning, and I was out at the tailgate. And then really when I sort of scanned the stands before the game, it was really fun to watch everybody back. We're back at it. We're back doing Adrian College campus the way we love to do it. So it was a lot of fun. It's a great spirit. The band's doing a great job. So, yeah, ACTV's doing a great job of capturing it all, too. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really great to see all these people out here tonight. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about kind of the freshman class and just how much we're growing as a school and kind of your plans for the future.
Yeah, the plan for the future is to continue to grow. We are looking at opportunities for more academic expansion in terms of types of programs, types of majors and minors that we can offer. But really our job in terms of recruiting and the coaching staff is just to present this fantastic campus. We have a great culture, and a lot of what's attractive about our culture are the students who are here now, and so they're folks that other people want to be around, and so that's a great way to build a campus.
Yeah, I've just seen some diehard fans out here just in the rain, and everyone here is just so excited to be back. So yeah, thank you so much for talking to me, Frank, and hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Bailey. Talking with Dr. Frank Rebar, obviously a huge fan of everything we do here at Adrian College. Great job down there, Bailey. Get some thumbs up from Jay. A couple of carries for Heidelberg. Sets them up with a 3rd and 8 on the Bulldog 29-yard line here with 11:47 to go, fourth quarter. 48-14 the score. Adrian called a timeout just prior to that snap.
Yeah, just trying to, again, the timeout's not necessarily needed, but sharpen things up, get everything, ready to go for Hanover next week. Got that nice 5.5-hour drive. First road game. Maybe that'll be the change that they need as a good defensive play there on 4th down, or I should say on 3rd down.
Nice tip right there by Shaw. Nate Shaw made a tackle earlier and a tip on that play. So, Jay, who's making the playlist for the drive down? You or me?
Well, if you want to listen to good music.
All right, I'll take care of it. I knew what you were putting down.
Yeah, for sure. No, well, the biggest question, who's driving?
I'm looking at you. No, we'll split it up. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
But, yeah, we have some fun road trips this year as we're going to see a 47 or 46-yard field goal right here.
Attempt from Brandon Skeckel. He has 2 field goals tonight. Will this make it 3? It looks wide. It is. Pulled it a little bit to the left, so Adrian will take over with pretty good field position. Trailing here, early stages, fourth quarter.
But speaking of the road trips, we go to Finlandia this year. Got to go all the way to Hanover, like I mentioned. I think they're at Hope this year as well. So some nice long drives, just some good old bonding time. That'll make our play-by-play and color better, I think,
Almost flawless,
yeah.
I would say.
It's too bad we can't do it like we did last year and just watch everything that happened and just, I got pretty good at predicting what was happening there,
You did, especially when the stats come in a few seconds before the video.
You said it, not me.
I know. I'll be honest. It did help. But, yeah, I'd much rather be here in person. And like Bailey and Dr. Rebar were talking, the atmosphere is fantastic just to have a packed house here at Docking Stadium.
Yeah, I can tell you I would much rather be here at Docking Stadium than maybe like the Big House or something like that.
Man, Buckeyes bleeding through, huh, Jay? First down carry for Adrian College. Good one, about 6 yards, and a whistle stops play for a moment.
I think the clock was just an issue. I think they're fixing it right now.
Okay.
But, yeah, these 6 o'clock games are interesting in that point. You can enjoy your regular Saturday, watch all the college football you want, and then come out, root hard for the Bulldogs, and, enjoy it under the lights because you don't get that a ton here.
Beautiful facility here in Adrian, Michigan. Welcome all of those tuning in on the Adrian College Sports Network. Find all the different affiliates. Give them a follow, like on social media as the second down carry goes nowhere as Heidelberg is all over the Bulldog running back on that carry. That was Sharara again. Clock moving, 10:50 to go in our fourth quarter of action. 48-14 in favor of the number 24th ranked team in Division III football, Heidelberg University. Just like every team in America on a mission to win their conference, and both of these teams definitely things to look at and improve upon for next week. Jack Werzer, plenty of time, moving around in the pocket, looking for a receiver downfield. He's going to run out of time. He's back to the 25. Werzer steps up, throws, caught. That's going to be a Bulldog first down. Werzer ran about 30 yards to pick up 4 on the pass, but hey, it worked.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. It ran all over the place just to pick up that 4-yard gain on third down, but that's the advantage of having Werzer back there, making something happen with his legs, and we've seen that quite a bit in the second half.
I got winded just looking at it. One of those situations where the coach says, no, and then when you do it, he says, okay, That was pretty good. All right, first down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 41-yard line. As they work from left to right here, Werzer fakes a run, rolls right. Looking for a receiver in an area. He found him. Nice catch by Tyler Poyer. That'll be a 4-yard reception at the 45-yard line.
9.5 minutes to play. We keep talking about getting out of here with minimal injuries, but just sharpen up that offense for the road trip to Hanover next week. And, it's just a lot of more promise here in the second half. I understand Heidelberg's got a big lead. They're probably playing off a little bit defensively, but, they've obviously made some adjustments at second half. No turnovers, I don't think, so far in the second half, right?
No. To go back to the first half, you bring up a good point. Turnovers were killer. I mean, 2 interceptions, a fumble, and a turnover on downs. That contributes to a lopsided score. Here's a swing pass out to Kenny Kajawa. He'll take 4 yards, make it a 3rd down and 1 right around the midfield stripe. Football resting on top of Bruiser's head here on Kapnick Field.
Man, the field's beautiful, though, isn't it?
Really is. Clock moving, under 8:40 to play in our 4th quarter. Be sure to tune in for the post-game show. We will select our player of the game. Plenty of options. We will discuss, Jay and I, and come to a consensus after the game. Here's a run on a 3rd and 1. He'll get much more than that. Hurdles a man at the 40 to the 30, 35. Rumbling, stumbling right around the 32-yard line of Heidelberg. No flags. It's a big-time pickup on a 3rd and 1. Give him a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Yeah, very good play there. Good job breaking a couple tackles, moving it downfield. And, again, 48-21 sounds a lot better than 48-14, doesn't it?
Looks a lot better, too. As we mentioned earlier, these two teams played 2 years ago. Jack did play at quarterback in that contest. A 57-7 final. And we have a 48-14 game here in the 4th quarter. Off of that big run, that was Malik Ray, 30 yards. The Hudson High School graduate in to protect. Werzer throws deep and too far. He was going for number 7 out there. That is Cole Sessler, has one of the touchdowns for the Bulldogs. Another pass just a little too high, Jay. We've seen that a little bit from Jack tonight.
Yeah, and it's been mainly going this opposite way into the I don't know. I don't want to say like open end because both sides are open ends, but into where the band's normally at, that side of the field, if you're familiar with Docking Stadium. A little bit of wind behind his back, but that one I don't think was wind aided at all.
Werzer with a 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Fake to Ray, give over to Kujawa, gets a block inside the 15 to the 10, and Kenny Kujawa continues to have himself a night as number 4 makes another great catch. And that's a Bulldog 1st down and goal right at the 7.
Yeah, that was really good effort from Christian Aron to get outside there and make that block because he definitely – there was about to be a loss on the play. He just got in front of the defender to not block him in the back, got him on the ground, and opened it up for an extra probably 10 yards.
Makes it a 1st and goal from the Heidelberg 7. 7:13 to go in this 4th quarter. Werzer in the shotgun. It's a fake to Malik Ray. He's in to block. Werzer rolls left, looking for that pylon. Jack at the 5. Jack walks in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Jack Werzer, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the evening, makes it 48-20 in favor of Heidelberg University, and Jack saw the opening, took advantage.
Yeah, it's the one thing about having such big bodies there up front for Heidelberg. They weren't catching Jack Werzer on the outside. Good job hitting the corner and taking across for 6, and another touchdown run for Werzer.
So very up and down game for Jack. He has 2 rushing touchdowns to go with 2 interceptions, a fumble. But he's had a couple of big runs too, and he's made a couple good throws. So really 50-50 game in terms of Jack Werzer's performance. The extra point by West is blocked by the Student Princes. So the score remains 48-20, 7:01 to go in this 4th quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more Bulldog football on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Bulldogs on the board yet again in the second half. They've scored all 20 points in this second half. A Jack Werzer touchdown run. 48-20 now. The Bulldogs trail Heidelberg University here at home as the kickoff by Benke can be fielded at the 9. Right to left go the Student Princes, quickly up over the 30 to the 35. And that is exactly where Heidelberg will get this drive started. Under 7 to go in this contest. Wiley on the return. Be sure to tune in for our post-game show. Of course, a look at some stats. We'll break down the game a little bit. Looking forward to week 2, as Jay mentioned, a drive down to Southern Indiana for the Hanover game next week. Here's a handoff up the middle. It's a 5-yard gain up to the 40-yard line as more players seeing some action here for both schools, Heidelberg and Adrian College.
Yeah, a lot of promise here from the second half for the Bulldogs. You're seeing them move the ball a lot more stops defensively as well. Obviously, some substitutes coming in for Heidelberg as well. But, yeah, just I got to feel like if you're a Bulldog player, you want to watch the second half film.
Yes. Here's a hole up the right side. And that Heidelberg offensive line continues to go to work. A good push gives them a first down at the 49-yard line. Carry there by T.J. Ramey, sophomore tailback from McClure, Ohio.
A lot of Ohioans, but I guess Heidelberg is from Ohio now that I think about it.
It is.
Yeah.
Tiffin, Ohio.
419.
Is it in the 419?
I think so. It's close. That's where I'm from.
Okay. I don't know what to say after that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I left you
nice job, Jay.
A nice heaping plate of nothing right there.
Trying to put it on the tee, and it's just a little too windy.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 49. The quarterback throws it out wide. A catch made, not much there. Pass by Klein, who's been playing the fourth quarter here for Heidelberg. Quick reception. Give him a yard and a half, maybe 2. Game clock moving down, 5:15 to play in this fourth quarter. Ian Wentz, Jay Hanna here on the broadcast with you tonight, as we will be all season on the Adrian College Sports Network. This one's on Bruiser's right ear as Heidelberg works from right to left. 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff right side. Able to push forward for 6, maybe 7 yards. Makes it a 3rd and short. Upcoming for the Student Princes.
Well, and, you know, if you look back to the last time, the only other time these two teams played, it's a big improvement. You know, this game's 48-20 where they lost 57-7 in 2019.
Third down upcoming, 3rd and 1 for Klein and the offense. He's in the shotgun. Running back off to his left. The snap, the give. Looking for running room. He has it, and a Heidelberg first down carried by Ramey again.
Yeah, and if you take a look here, if you're watching on ACTV, it's raining pretty consistently now as well as you're wiping down your computer screen too.
I am.
Nice little drizzle here. It's September, but I'm not going to complain about the weather. You know, we got no long sleeves really out there, and maybe a couple more weeks of this here in Adrian.
Result of that third down carry is a first down at the Bulldog 36. Approaching 3.5 to go in this game. Here's a counter play to the right. Adrian's there but can't make the tackle initially. Ramey another carry, give him 6 yards and a 2nd and 4.
Yeah, I think Heidelberg's just trying to eat up the clock here and go home with the victory. As we've said multiple times now, Adrian College heading to Hanover next week. Going to try to shake this one off and play another non-conference game before we're getting, into homecoming in 2 weeks. And obviously that's going to be another exciting bit of atmosphere here at the college.
We know what happened last year on homecoming. Or I should say this spring for homecoming. As a second down carry, nets about 3 yards. Be a 3rd and short. Upcoming for the Student Princes, under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, 2021, so it's the same year, I guess.
Yeah. Calendar year.
Yeah, but I expect the full tidbit from the college, king, queen, all that stuff, the crowning, tailgates, all that. It's going to be a good time here in a couple of weeks.
That'll be the next home game, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Hanover next week and then back here. 3rd down and 2 for this Heidelberg offense. They stand at the line of scrimmage. Play clock and game clock are both their friend. They'll let them both wind down inside of 5 seconds. Here's a pass on 3rd and 2. They'll pick it up, and they're going to get much more. Oh, he's tripped up. Wow, what a great tackle. That was a touchdown saver by the Adrian College cornerback. Good tackle, because that had 6 points written all over it. As Heidelberg moves into the red zone at the 14-yard line, a 1st and 10, under 2 minutes to go. So I'd like to take some time here to thank everyone who makes this broadcast possible. We'll do it again in the post game, but from the radio side of things, thanks to Laura Witkowski and Trevor Wilson in downtown Adrian taking care of things. On the radio side, Jay, you'll have a chance here to thank all your TV people here right after this play. It's a 1st down run, tackled after 3 yards.
Yeah, so many people to thank. We got probably about a dozen people working today. Matt Kibbe doing a wonderful job directing. As always, is our student director, Bailey Merzick, on the sideline. Multiple camera people, Delaney Harris, Cam DeMarco, Liam Reef, Johnny Costello, as well as Brett Carlisle working on the inside, switching the cameras. I said Delaney. We have a couple of students working social media, Ashley Roeder down there. And, just a combo effort of everyone putting in. A lot of new things that we're going to present this year on Adrian College Television.
Under a minute to play in this contest. Heidelberg content to run, and why not? You're up 48-20. That 2nd down carry will be short, makes it 3rd down and a long 4. They will not have to snap the ball again if they don't want to, and I believe that's the decision that Heidelberg has made. So that will be your final score. Week 1 in the books from Docking Family Stadium. The final score, Heidelberg University 48 and Adrian College 20. So, Jay, bringing it back to the pregame, number 24 in the country. And they looked at it here. They looked like it tonight.
Yeah, approaching a Division II type team with how big they are and how efficient they were on both sides of the ball. They definitely imposed their will, and looked very good today.
We'll be back with our post-game show. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Final score, 48-20 Heidelberg over Adrian College. We'll be back after 60 seconds on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
We welcome you back to the post-game show here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt with you here. Final score from Docking Stadium, 48-20 in favor of Heidelberg University. Joined in the booth by defensive coordinator for the Bulldogs, Eric Tayala. Coach, on paper, Heidelberg 24th in the country. You knew that coming in. How did you prepare for this game, and what happened out on the field?
Yeah, they're a good football team. They're physical. They got a lot of good skilled players, and they have the ability to make a lot of plays. And we knew that going in. We tried to make our game plan kind of as simple as possible for our young guys, especially come out into the week one. You don't want to overload them. Try and make the adjustments, and we knew they'd make plays. It was about overcoming them, and unfortunately we didn't do a great job at that tonight.
And I'm sure there were some good things to take away from film, but up in the press box in the booth here tonight, were there a couple players that really stood out to you from a coaching standpoint on the defense?
Yeah, obviously we got to watch and evaluate the film. Sam Madrid, I think, played pretty well. Interior-wise, we got a lot of work to do. We had a couple young guys who haven't had much playing experience that we got to evaluate on film and see where the weaknesses were and make those adjustments and personnel-wise. But I definitely got to commend the corners. I think they stood up to the challenge today. These are probably some of the best receivers they'll see this year, and for the most part, I think they played above and beyond expectations.
So some positive things to take into next week. Obviously, traveling down to Hanover, a team we've played in the past. Yeah. What kind of challenges do they bring for your defense next week?
Yeah, they're another great team. Picked to win their conference, and last time we went down and played them, they had some good personnel. Obviously, this week we'll get in tomorrow and kind of see what they're all about in week one, see how much is similar and how much is different compared to when we played them in 19. And but we got our work cut out for us. So evaluate, see, who needs to be on the field for us, what adjustments we need to make personnel-wise, get the right 11 on the field, right 22 between the offense and the defense, and come out and learn from this one. Our guys never quit. When we talked at halftime, it was all about coming out and giving ourselves a chance to win a half. And I think they definitely stepped up to the challenge. That's something we can hang our hats on, but a lot of work to do, Ian.
Adrian College defensive coordinator Eric Tayala joining me in the booth post-game. Coach, I appreciate your time.
Sure
Week
thing.
One in the books. Look forward to game two.
Sounds good. Thanks, Ian.
All right. And again, the final score here from Docking Family Stadium, 48-20, the final score. We'll be back. We'll take what are we taking, Matt? 60-second break. We'll be back with more post-game stats and reaction right after this 60-second timeout on the Adrian College Sports Network.
In its 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News & World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. The institution was named to the Best Regional Colleges Midwest section for the 7th consecutive year, and once again listed number 2 in the Most Innovative Schools category. In addition to these honors, Adrian College was also named to the Best Undergraduate Teaching and Best Value College lists. Adrian College has been established as a distinctive and innovative educational leader in the United States. The institution places priority on a culture of innovation and critical thinking. This is the 12th consecutive year Adrian College has been featured by U.S. News & World Report. You can see the full list of rankings and find more information on their website. For more information about Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network post-game show here on ACSN. Ian Went, Jay Hanna through this broadcast. Week 1 in the books. Heidelberg University brings their number 24 ranking into Docking Stadium. They win this one comfortably over the Bulldogs, 48-20, the final score. But, some positives to take from that second half. The offense moved the ball a little bit more confidently, consistently, and most importantly, Jay, they put points on the board.
Yeah, and they didn't turn the ball over. That was the problem in the first half. Had a couple of drives stall with turnovers. That kind of changed the game, and that's what they need to focus on throughout the next week. Keep control of the ball. Don't give them free possessions. And, Jack Werzer did a much better job in the second half, just being smart with the ball. If he didn't have something, tucking and running or throwing it away, and I'm sure that's what they talked about at halftime.
All right, with that, we will have a discussion. We'll look at some stats. We'll talk about players. We need to select our player of the game. We'll have a discussion about it coming up next. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the postgame show on ACSN.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who is named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Sports Network. Ian Went, Jay Hanna with you here tonight. Which headset do I take? Either one?
I don't know. Right now you're not talking on air right now, Ian Went. You're not on either one right now, so let's fix that here in the post-game show.
It's this one. Am I there?
Yeah.
Hey guys, hey. Yeah, I am
right.
here. Maybe you heard me through Jay's mic. Either way, a lot of stuff to break down here. A lot of cords, a lot of headsets up here in the booth. We got it figured out. But a dominating win on the scoreboard by Heidelberg. But as we mentioned, positives to take away if you are the Bulldogs. And with that in mind, we'll look at some players that had positive impact on this game for Adrian College, of course. Jack Werzer at QB had a couple picks, a couple turnovers that are not Jack Werzer-esque, but he did make some plays that were, what we have come to expect and see from Jack Werzer. Running game, there was a little bit of something. So what are you looking at, Jay?
Well, Werzer had 200 total yards between his passing and running. 3 touchdowns, I should say, those 2 interceptions and the fumble. So 3 touchdowns, 3 turnovers, obviously not what you want out of your quarterback, but made some plays happen, a lot better adjustments in the second half. Like I said, I think the Bulldogs should be happy with how they fought there at the end of the game.
Some of the other stat getters, rushing-wise, Jimmy Clark, 4 carries, 31 yards. Stephen Moses came in the game later on to get some carries. The receiving touchdown was from number 7 for the Bulldogs. That was Cole Sessler with the touchdown reception. 2 rushing touchdowns for Jack Werzer. So plenty of stats to get to. We'll pick our player of the game after this 30-second timeout. Final score, 48-20. Heidelberg winners here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
College Television has the pleasure of airing all Adrian College football games this 2021 football season. And along for the ride are these wonderful sponsors, including the Adrian College Bookstore, Gurgin Insurance Agency, Carlton Lodge, and sponsoring each week's player of the game, Hungry Howie's Pizza. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of each broadcast to see who was named Hungry Howie's Player of the Game.
Welcome back on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Went, Jay Hanna in the booth with you post-game. Time to select our player of the game. We're switching it up. We're not going offense today as the defense made some adjustments in that second half, and we have selected our player of the game.
Yeah, we're going to have to go with the local prodigy, the local star linebacker.
He's trying to get there.
Yeah, Sam Madrid out of Adrian, 10 total tackles, tied for the team lead. Also had 2 solos in that mix. He was, a menace in the backfield today, especially in the second half. We called his name quite a lot, and those long flowing locks, player of the game for sure.
So Sam Madrid from Adrian High School, player of the game, 8 assisted tackles, 2 solo, gives him 10 for the contest. So congratulations to him. Any final thoughts on the game, Jay?
No, just like we've taken a lot of positives there from the second half. Adrian College showed a little bit of fight there out of the halftime break, kind of like what Destin was talking about, and just kind of looking forward to seeing how they respond next week after the loss.
We will be in Hanover, Indiana next week. Sort of a skeleton crew compared to this week. So Jay's going to be what? Producer, color, commentator. What else are you going to do? Maybe social media.
Star.
Oh, come on. All right. Fantastic. Thank you to our crew on the Adrian College Sports Network for making this all possible. For all the Bulldog fans, for Jay Hanna, I'm Ian Went in the booth signing off from Docking Family Stadium. Have a great night.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
It wouldn't rain till 1. Weather said no rain till 1. And then as soon as I see it start to come down the third quarter, I'm like,